Hello and welcome back to the Miles Offside podcast. I am Joe and I'm joined today with Rob, Cam and Finn, and we'll be discussing all things Champions League, Premier League team of the season so far. We've got a lot to talk about today, so we'll just jump straight into it. What should we talk about first, guys?
Well, Premier League.
Yeah, let's.
We'll start with just round up the Premier
League. Yeah.
Round up the Premier League fixtures. The first game there was no Friday night football, was there?
There wasn't. No.
So it was 12:30 Merseyside derby.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Merseyside derby. Dead game. It was terrible game of football.
It was pretty much what you'd expect.
It was pretty poor. It was a pretty poor game of football. Did everyone watch it?
Yeah.
I caught bits of it.
Yeah.
Nah, it was a poor game. I know Salah scored twice, but he wasn't even that good.
Nah, he wasn't.
Like when you watch it, he wasn't even that good.
The actual game.
And one of them was a pen.
One of them was a penalty. Yeah.
I think as well, like, the red card killed it. I mean, Everton were going to be struggling anyway, and then when they got a red card...
Yeah, the first half was all Liverpool, and what I noticed, it was just Sosbalai taking long shots every time he got the ball. It was he must have had about 5 shots outside the box. It was a horrible game of football.
Even when they got the red card, they didn't look like giving up. Like they were still going for it, and they still had a bit of fight.
Everton, they did alright.
It
It killed the game. It wasn't much of a contest anyway because Liverpool were always going to be on top, but it basically made the Everton victory impossible.
Yeah.
Which
you just couldn't see them with 11 men. You could see them hitting. They did it a few times. They hit them on the break, and they got a chance where you can maybe give Calvert-Lewin or McNeil or Danjuma. I think Danjuma might be injured. I can't actually remember Danjuma touching the ball. Or someone just coming forward. Doucouré was, in my opinion, probably the best player on the pitch, though. The entire pitch. I mean, he was very, very good.
I'd say the actual game was
It was quite a poor game. There wasn't really much to talk about other than the fact it was shocking. Any thoughts on it, Finn?
I was just say one of the big talking points coming out of it was should have Konate been red
Oh yeah, I forgot about
second yellow.
I mean,
I think he should have. Once he set the precedent that he was giving out yellow cards the way he did, and he sent Ashley Young off.
Yeah, Ashley Young.
He had to go.
It was 0-0 at the time, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It was 0-0.
It could have changed the whole
course
of the game.
10v10.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you and then he got pulled straight after, didn't he? Konate might have came straight on. Was it Matip or Joe Gomez? It was one or the other.
Either way, Konate came straight off.
So I thought Joe Gomez came off for
like Cam said, even when Everton went 1 down. They didn't give up, and if Konate would have been sent off, it would have been 10v10, and Everton maybe would have had a chance. I know Liverpool is still equal on men; they're still the better side.
I think the way Liverpool play as well, it is actually very reliant on 10 outfield players because of the way they press. But Everton, you can defend a low block with 9 outfield players. You can. I think if it goes to 10v10, I think Everton snatch that game. I honestly do. I could see.
I still think Liverpool.
Or maybe it's a draw. Maybe it finishes 0-0.
Either way, though, it gives Everton a hell of more of a chance. And referee,
but
once he set the precedent that he was booking people for those kind of challenges, and then he didn't do it.
Well,
I feel like we're going to mention the same thing. Someone who's read into it a bit more than me, because I haven't read into why. What's this about Everton's 12-point deduction? Is this like this season? Like, is this true?
Yeah, it's financial stuff.
Like, is it going to happen? Like,
so this is the financial shit.
So Everton going down.
if they lose 12 points, I think.
I mean, what would be embarrassing is that they've got this big stadium development going on.
Yeah.
And every time I see it on my feed, I look at the comments. And all the fans are like, "This is a great stadium for the championship," and it's.
I feel sorry for Everton supporters, personally.
I think I think I said this a couple of weeks ago. If you flirt with relegation long enough, you go down. Villa did it when they were originally down. Hughes did it. We did it. Every team Southampton. Every time you flirt with the bottom 3, eventually it catches you. You can't sit around that relegation zone and expect to just comfortably finish 16th in a relegation battle. Eventually,
what I would say, if they don't get a deduction, I think they'll steal.
Yeah,
I think there's 3 worse teams, but if they get a deduction, 12 points, that's too many to claw.
Too many to claw back with how tight the league is. At the bottom.
Without the deduction, they'd stay up. But if they're going to get 12 points taken off, it's going to be very difficult to come back from that.
My question is, because obviously this came out like a few years ago about all the Everton financial fair play stuff. If this is happening to Everton, imagine what's going to happen to City.
Yeah, I mean City.
Because this isn't as bad as what City's is. I think you can have so much loss. I think it's 150 million or something.
Not
you can
sure.
have in losses or something. You can have a certain amount.
I think it's 150, then 30 million to the bottom line. So pretty much 180.
Yeah, but these had like a little bit more. Like not tons, but like a bit more. But with City's I think City will just be in the mud once.
I think they'll get away
with it.
I really do. I think they might get a slap on the wrist, and a 1 season transfer ban, or like a 1 season transfer ban, or a like maybe a 6-point deduction, which they'll still win the league with.
I think as well, City have played at the innocence, and they think they've done nothing wrong, so they'll put 100 million lawyers on it and delay it, and then in the end I think nothing happen.
And when you look at it properly as well, one of them's like the grass was like 2 centimeters higher than what it should have been, or something. Like the grass was too high. Like some of them are pathetic, but some of them are quite serious. I can't actually name one, but I know some of them are a bit more serious. I remember looking at them, but it was a while ago now. Which were the other games after the Merseyside derby? Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say that obviously in the last podcast we did score predictions.
I got a bang on.
And
you all did except me.
Yeah, but then I asked all of us for our predictions again.
Oh, you said different ones.
We did, but we all asked.
2-0.
We all asked again.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, one of your original predictions was spot on, and then you changed it.
Which one? Man United.
I think it was Man United. Yeah.
I knew I said somewhere that it was 2-1, and I'm annoyed by it.
Basically, I'm just explaining to the listeners that we have now got a points tally for predictions every week.
Have we?
Oh, well, did you not know
we're doing well?
You're last.
It's like the Super 6. It's 3 points for perfect score and 1 point for the result, like the correct result. We haven't come up with a prize for the winner at the end of this, but we're just doing it out of fun. So for the Liverpool-Everton game, me, Cam and Rob all got the exact score right with 2-0. Joe, you said 3-0. But the game after that, well, one of the 3 o'clock kickoffs anyway, was Brentford-Burnley.
I said a draw.
I can't even remember what I said. I think I said Brentford would win 2-1.
I said a draw 1-1. I fancied Burnley.
Sure.
That's what I put on my Super 6 anyway.
I'm pretty sure I put 3-1 and it was 3-0.
I mean,
but anyway, Brentford beating Burnley. What result?
Did anyone see the goals from that game, by the way?
Yeah, great
goals. Mbeumo and Saman Ghoddos decided to turn it that Saman Ghoddos goal when the ball was bobbling at the edge of the box, like the rules you have to hit.
But I mean, Burnley are rubbish. Like they really are bad. They don't look solid defensively, and they look like they're toothless going forward.
When I watched them in the Championship, I thought these are going to be free flowing and attacking enough to damage teams who are thinking, oh, this is just a Championship team, and have enough points by the halfway mark. When teams start taking them seriously and do start beating them, they'll already be safe. But now what I've noticed is I think the opposite's going to happen. I think they're getting battered trying to play this free-flowing football. They're going to have to evolve. I do still think they'll stay up. I don't know, but it'll be tight. It'll be tight because Bournemouth looks so bad. But once they get new gaffer in,
but as well,
it could change.
With Burnley, what I saw they were saying, like, of the team that got them promoted last season, only 2 of them were starting on the weekend. They had like 9 new transfers.
Yeah, when that Burnley team went up, like one of the best Championship teams.
Well, they had a few loan signings they couldn't make permanent. They had Ian Matson from Chelsea.
He's a massive miss, man.
Nathan Teller from Southampton.
He's a baller,
Matson now.
Yeah,
I think it was crucial signings that they couldn't make permanent. It was too. They've done what I mean. Even though Nottingham Forest survived, they've signed too many new players, and the team that was so good last season and was so playing so well together isn't playing together.
Yeah, it's been split up. I mean,
they have a completely different keeper and everything.
Yeah,
I genuinely could. I don't think I can name you the 2 players who were still in the starting 11. Who was it? Is Brownhill's not one? Is he?
I don't know if Brownhill played. I just saw it was 2. Might have been Zerori or someone. I'm not sure.
I'll
have a look at the lineup actually.
Because I honestly couldn't. I looked at that Burnley squad when we played them. I'm a massive football fan. I've watched football all my life. I looked at it. I was like, I barely know any of these players.
Yeah, so it was Lyle Foster, who they signed in January last year.
He's alright, to be fair. He's a decent little striker.
They had Charlie Taylor left back.
Oh, fuck no.
And then right back, but he got sent off, who was there last season, had Connor Roberts.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else.
That Charlie Taylor's been their left back since they were in the Prem.
Under Dicey, yeah. Under Dicey. Who was they at before?
Brentford's 3-0 win was only their second of the season so far.
What, it's only Brentford's second win?
Second win, yeah. They're now up to 14th, 10 points, only 6 points from relegation. I mean, it's only 9 games in, but it's been a poor start for Brentford, considering how they finished last season. They were only a few points off getting Conference League if we were to slip up against Brighton.
The fixtures haven't been... I'm looking at Brentford's fixtures. They haven't been horrific either.
No,
they started with Palace and drew 1-1. Then they drew with Bournemouth. Then they got beat 1-0 off Hughes. Yeah.
Did they not draw with Tottenham first game of the season?
Yes, sorry, Tottenham. Then they beat Fulham. Then they drew with Palace. Then they drew with Bournemouth. Then they got beat off Hughes. Beat off Everton at home. Beat off Arsenal at home. Drew with Forest away. Beat off Man U away.
Other than us.
And beat Burnley on the weekend.
Other than us, Arsenal and Tottenham.
And Man U away.
And Man U away, because Man U away is a weird place. None of them, they should be, like, Brentford, I could probably did predict, other than this Burnley game, Brentford to pick up points at all, and that's very strange.
It's a lot of draws. There's 2 wins, 4 draws, 3 losses.
I know Mbeumo's doing alright for them, but
hopefully they don't replicate the drawing season of Sunderland in League One that one time. I think
that was fun when we drew every game 1-1.
Was it like 16 draws?
Can't remember. It was just every single game would go 1-0 up early, sit back, and then concede. It was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Another team that's struggling, Bournemouth, yet to get their
first win. I got that result right. I didn't get a bang on though, did I?
I said Bournemouth.
I said 1-0 Wolves.
You said 1-0
Pedro Neto.
Yeah. Cam got it bang on though. He said 2-1 Wolves.
He's just that guy.
And it was 2-1.
You said Bournemouth, didn't you?
Who says my ball knowledge is shocking?
My logic was they've got to win at some point, and that's a perfect game for them to like start the season. But
I think
maybe they don't have to win at any point.
I know they're about to sack Andoni Iraola, and honestly, I got confused by the appointment. Anyways, I had no clue who he is. I think he finished 9th and 12th with Rayo Vallecano.
Won the Copa, whatever it's called as well, didn't they? Copa del Rey.
Copa del Rey. Yeah, he just didn't have a.
I mean, what has happened to Bournemouth? I know they weren't incredible last season.
No, but they signed some really, really good players. Like, people might not have heard of them, but these players they were signing were really obscure talents who a lot of Europe would have been looking at, and they were getting them. They were beating out teams like Roma and Fiorentina.
I know Alex Scott.
They signed Alex Scott, Kirkes.
Didn't they get that Hamid Junior Traore?
Yeah, they got that Traore.
Is Kluivert with them as well?
And they got Kluivert.
Kluivert never lived up to his potential.
But he was but you have to think he was playing in Europe last season. And he was doing he was bang average in Europe, but bang average in Europe should be relegation zone Premier League. They signed a midfielder, and I forgot his name, but he
signed Sinistera, Tyler Adams.
Tyler Adams.
Max Aarons, Alex Scott.
They made really good signings, in my opinion, and enough signings. I predicted them to finish 13th. I thought they were going to be really good. I think a new gaffer elevates Bournemouth personally.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll sack them. I know there's rumours that they're going to.
But
I think when you
they must
make
get rid
a
of
big decision in the summer to sack a manager who did really well last season, I think you've got to at least give the new fella a little bit of time, because otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, true.
Also, Gary O'Neill will be laughing his head off. Getting a new job, going there, beating them, and potentially getting his replacement sacked.
Yeah,
laughing his head off. And he came across really well on Monday Night Football.
I love to listen on Monday Night Football. He's done really well with Wolves. He's got Wolves scoring goals.
Yeah.
He's got them scoring goals, but also being solid defensively. And I know they are quite low down in the league. I think they're 12th, 13th. If you can fact check that, I think they're 12th, 13th, maybe even lower.
I'll tell you.
They're 12th. Wolves are 12th.
I knew they were 12th, 13th, but they're playing really good football. And Pedro Neto is like on fire. And that Kalajdziak, I've known about him for a while. He's 6'9" of pure beaster. He's the next Peter Crouch. Anyways, who was the next game after that on the third?
Well, I was just going to say another team that is starting to like
Luton Forest, I'm guessing.
Picking up points in good areas. Luton got a draw away at Forest.
I think I was the only one that got that wrong in the prediction.
What do you think of...
No, I'm sure I said Forest to win.
I said 1-1.
Yeah, so Joe's the only one who got the result right. He didn't get the score right. It was 2-2. Rob said 1-1.
You said 2-2 for that game.
Did I say?
No, 1-0.
Wait, what? Did I say Joe?
Yeah.
Joe said 1.
No, sorry. I meant to say
you
Rob.
You can't do that. You can't just hope that I've done well.
I said 1-1. I knew the draw.
Rob said 1-1. Us three said Forest win. Yeah.
Who scored a brace that game, Cam?
Cam, I was gonna come to you, Cam, and ask, what do you think of Luton at the moment? They're picking up decent points. I mean, points at Forest, which last season they were very good at home.
I still don't think they'll stay up.
No.
I still don't think they'll stay up. They're picking up points, but
I'd love it if they did.
They're picking up points, but
honestly,
it would be football irritating.
It would be.
They stayed up now.
I think I wouldn't call it a miracle, but if they stayed up, I'd be quite shocked, because I feel like Luton's one of them teams that like will come up for a season and then just bounce straight back down and then
for me,
flutter around for a little bit.
Yo-yo club.
Yeah.
For me though,
like not even yo-yo. Like they'll come up, like they'll be down there for like another two 2, maybe 3 seasons, might get another spell back up and then just go down again. Do you know what I mean?
No
Like
matter-
not like constantly, but
Nah, I can see where you're coming from.
No matter how
like
they're
a
doing
Norwich.
it, though,
yeah.
Where I'm from, apparently.
Luton are scoring goals, whereas the 3 teams below them are
Yeah.
struggling.
Bournemouth will kick on.
Luton are on -9 goal difference, but the 3 teams below them, Burnley -16, Bournemouth -14, and Sheffield are -17.
Yeah, we have 19 teams in the league this year. Sheffield United. If there's any Sheffield United fans, I'm sorry, but also we're not including them because they are the worst team I've ever seen in the Premier League. Anyway, sorry, I just didn't want it. Luton only have to worry about 19th and 18th. There's 2 relegation spots. They only have to be better than 2 teams. Luton can be better than 2 teams. Come on, especially if Everton get a 12-point deduction. And Burnley look shocking.
Well, Burnley and Bournemouth, both.
I haven't watched Luton this season and
Bournemouth
gone.
might kick on eventually, but at the moment, Luton are scoring goals. They're keeping their goal difference down to at least.
They did lose to
minus
Are
single
Luton scoring
figures.
goals? I'm looking now. Realistically, how many is their goals?
They're missing
scored?
chances. Actually, they're actually underperforming the
They've
XG.
only
I'm pretty
scored
sure.
8 goals.
Yeah, but
Sheffield United have scored 7.
they're still scoring more.
Yeah.
And
One more.
Their goal difference is.
Luton seem to be missing a lot of big chances, which you can't do at
Massively
this
bad.
level.
Because they've got rubbish players. I mean,
They just don't have a Premier League level
Carlton
team.
Morris
does
is a bit of a handful, but he's not a great centre forward. Adebayo, he's took his goal really well on the weekend actually.
Oh
but,
yeah, it was a brilliant.
but he's again not great.
The one who I genuinely really like from Luton, I really like that centre half. They got that lock here. I really like him. Like I don't know if
he's not that good.
is he not that good?
He's not that good.
Every time I've watched Luton, he's been like
He's a good.
he's been their best centre half.
He's a good like leader, centre half, chuck himself in front of everything type thing. But
Yeah, that's what Luton need, and he's been that.
Yeah.
And also the keeper's very good.
the keeper is good. Yeah, the
keeper's
Blackburn supporters loved him as well.
He can definitely stay around this level because he's getting pezzled with shots and still saving loads.
Yeah.
So yeah, Luton, Forest shouldn't be bottling games like that.
No, it's poor from Forest to
Poor?
chuck away a 2-goal lead when you took the 2-goal lead in the 76th minute.
Yeah,
To chuck that away, that's very poor.
Shocking.
Also, little side note: did anyone watch Match of the Day?
I didn't.
Well,
I usually do, but I
the
didn't.
The commentator was making me very angry.
What?
The whole game, I'm not kidding. The whole game, he did this about 10 times. He was calling Chris Woods. He did it all game, and like there was like shots where like you would see the back of his shirt, you would see it said Wood, and he was saying it all game. So
Chris Wood.
whoever that commentator was, he made us so angry. I was lying in bed watching
Misfits
it.
0030.
Honestly, I was lying in bed watching it.
0-30.
Sunderland had been beat. England had lost the cricket and the rugby. I was lying in bed, had a great day, full of defeat. And then that just tipped us over the edge. He's going, "Here's Chris Woods." I was like, "No, man." Oh, so frustrating.
Joe definitely wants that commentator sacked.
We're not sacked, just learn the name. It's not even a hard name. His name's Wood. You know what I mean?
We're moving on.
I've never heard someone so angry.
Mate, it's doing me nattering.
Woods.
Man City beat Brighton 2-1. Man City are keeping up their record. Brighton, despite being 7th, they're starting to hit a bit of a poor patch of form.
Yeah, they beat shocking. The last win was who was that? They
The
got
last
beat.
win was.
They got beat 6-1 off Villa,
They beat
3-2 off
Bournemouth,
AJ
yeah.
Athens. And they went 1-0 down to Bournemouth. Yeah, Brighton have fell off. Everyone started like rating De Zerbi as this a successor to Pep, and then all of a sudden
They'll be alright. They've had
They'll
tough
be fine.
fixtures there.
They'll be fine.
I'm looking at the fixtures
still
really.
7th.
They had Chelsea in the cup. They got beat 1-0. Then they got smacked off Villa, which they shouldn't have gotten smacked 6-1. But Villa are a good team. Then they drew with Marseille. Then they drew with Liverpool 2-2. Then they got beat off City. So they've been beat off good teams.
true. And
they've got Ajax tonight.
No, they'll thump them. I've seen Ajax is 7-0.
no, if they don't beat Ajax, there needs to be genuine.
Although
discussion.
Ajax have just sacked the manager, so maybe they'll have a little bit of a bounce.
If you look at the team, like Ajax have no one.
Go Chubarak, pop mate.
No
What
wonder
a
they're in the
strike.
relegation zone.
Hey, I tell you what,
Last season.
I've started a FIFA career with them. It's not FIFA anymore, is it? FC
Yeah,
24.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Who, Ajax?
I've started with Ajax,
Have you?
and Akpom's banging them in, you know.
I mean, you can't do much worse than they're doing in real life. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
man.
for an amateur though.
Man City
Beginner.
2-1.
Oh, wait.
Still got pens in the
Yeah.
league.
2 points behind Tottenham. Tottenham just absolutely unstoppable at the moment. They beat Fulham 2-0 on Monday. night?
Yeah, Monday night. It was a great game.
Tottenham and Arsenal are the only teams to be unbeaten so far. 9 games in. Can Man City still do it despite Tottenham having no?
No, they'll win the league. I think Man City.
Man City will win the league. Man City, I feel like, can lose every week and still win the league. It doesn't make sense. Like I think it's because the media highlights more about when they lose.
They're too good.
They'll
randomly go on a win streak where they win about 15 in a row, and you just say, oh well.
Tottenham, they'll win 15 in a row, and Tottenham will go 3 unbeaten, then lose 1, draw 1, go 3 unbeaten, and by the time City have won all of them fixtures in a row, including probably a double over. But to be fair, the one thing which I've always said about if Tottenham are in a title race with Man City, Tottenham always beat Man City. It feels like, which is like. In last season, what was the title deciding game? Literally was that Arsenal. If Arsenal beat Man City, it becomes a proper title race. And Arsenal just couldn't have Man City's number. I think Tottenham can and do, I guess, in a way.
I don't want to discredit Tottenham because they've been playing incredibly, but I wouldn't say their opening fixtures have been the hardest. I mean, they drew away at Brentford at the opening game of the season. They beat Man United at home, which is a great result. But then they had Bournemouth. They had Fulham in the Cup, which they got knocked out. They had Burnley, Sheffield United. Obviously, they drew with Arsenal and they beat Liverpool, which is 2 good results. But then they had Luton and Fulham. I think they've got their more challenging run coming up. Despite,
did you mention that they had Arsenal there? Yeah, did you?
Yeah,
I had to
drew with Arsenal.
It just went straight over my head.
They've got Palace tomorrow.
Friday night football. I love Friday night football. Friday night and Monday night.
But then they've got Chelsea at home, they've got Wolves away, they've got Villa at home, Man City away, West Ham at home, and Newcastle at home, which seems like a pretty
tough
I
run.
think we'll see at the end of that run how good Tottenham really are.
Yeah.
We'll come back to this podcast in 6 weeks' time. And we might be sat there, but Tottenham might be sitting in 5th.
I hope they're still up there. I hope they do keep it up.
I do, because do you know what? I really like Ange Postecoglou.
I like Tottenham.
I do like.
I don't know why.
I'll always prefer Arsenal because.
I don't really have a preference. I just quite like Tottenham.
Now I feel like I always find to have a preference between 2 clubs. Like I prefer Villa to Birmingham.
Who doesn't, man?
That's
honestly.
That's grass is green.
Who actually likes
I
Birmingham?
prefer Liverpool, Everton.
Sky's blue.
Everton and Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
You're gonna see
Mackham bastards. Sorry. Anyways.
All right.
They lose 1 game.
I was attacking Everton fans.
You said Scouse Mackham bastards.
Yeah. Well, Everton did a great thing when they supported Sunderland in the whole Bradley Lowry case.
Also, Everton.
No, that's just not fair.
Yeah, well,
that's
also
just not. Now you made me feel bad.
He's making me feel bad.
Everton are a huge club.
They are a huge club as well. The only team, one of the only teams to be in the Prem
ever present. Yeah.
For the whole.
Potentially not for long.
Yeah, I know that it's only going to be Arsenal left soon.
No, 92 there's a few. Let's talk about all time. Everton have never been relegated.
Everton have never been. I always thought that stat was from 1992.
No, because then obviously there's loads like Liverpool have never gone down to 92, Arsenal,
Man
United, Tottenham, Man United.
Everton have never been relegated.
Never.
That's wow. I actually didn't know.
They're a massive club, and they're like really good.
But let's let the Geordies ramble. It's not quite the
I'm really spoke really,
which you won't ramble much about this week.
What Champions League? Who?
God.
Dortmund. When?
It's more the Premier League. You just played Palace at home. It was 4-0.
4-0.
Good result.
Yeah, it was just comfortable. It was one of those other games where we Camp can obviously speak as well. It was one of them games where Newcastle seemed to have it home or away, where we kind of just play in second gear. We kind of play without our foot on the gas. We don't need to go.
Palace looked embarrassing. I thought. I obviously only seen the highlights.
I think the one thing I've rated in the league is Jack Manson, Gay. And they were.
Yeah, I know they were.
Gordon tore them apart.
The goal Longstaff got as well. I mean, I don't know who lost. Was it
I was just about to talk about that.
I think he had one. It was one of his worst performances in a Palace
I'm not. And the thing is, I was rating him as a £60 million defender literally the week before. I was like,
he's a good defender. I mean, they just went absolute.
Everyone has their off day.
Yeah, true. Do you know what it? Do you know what it was? I can't figure it out. But Jacob Murphy was just turned into a prime Maradona. And we're not going to speak about his injury because I'll explain on the Champions League what happened yesterday. Anyways, but Jacob Murphy was unreal. His ball to Callum Wilson, by the way.
That was so good.
It was like De Bruyne's versus Stoke on his debut. Maybe
so
not at that level, I know.
You were at the game.
I was at the game.
Rob's a bit of an armchair supporter when it comes to Newcastle. I mean,
you live in the northeast as a Villa fan.
And you live in Norwich.
You have the chance to go to your games. I literally don't live near the stadium. That's the whole difference here.
Right, you've got me there.
Exactly. Cam, you went to the game though.
I did.
Obviously, you saw it in person. I saw the highlights, and Murphy was on fire.
Murphy was just different class that day. Like, just honestly, took his goal well. I would say took his goal well, but did he mean it? Do you reckon he meant it?
He didn't mean the
Not
first.
a
No.
chance, no. You can even see the way he looks. He's looking in the box to see if we can like, clip it, you know?
I mean, fair enough. It's still good, you know.
It's his face as well when he celebrates. Like,
I love
every
the way
goal he
he's
does
like-
that. Every goal.
Every goal he loves
Like, even if you look at the one against Tottenham, just his
Do you know
facial
what it is?
expressions
It's the
made that
fact he was
better.
on loan at Chef Wed and then outcast under Steve Bruce, and now he's a very solid squad player for us.
I'll leave it in for a bit of ambience.
Sorry about that. We've just had a disturbance.
You know what? If
Someone
that was the fire alarm, our reaction was great. The fire was just...
we were just
sat there.
Someone just set a nuclear bomb off, so they started like.
There's like a really dangerous fire way to sit there.
There was a really dangerous fire, but it's more important to talk about the podcast for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Bloody hell.
They do that every morning. It gets on my nerves.
Well, they do that every morning.
Every morning, 5 to 9. I bet you it's 5 to 9.
No,
It's half 9.
Oh, it doesn't matter then.
We're a bit
Well, I'm
late.
lying.
Just
They do
done
it
it
every
late.
morning at 9:30.
Anyway,
Wait, I'm not even in uni at 5 to 9. What am I on about?
anyway, back to Newcastle.
Sorry, yeah,
Back to Jacob Murphy. So you said good things about Jacob Murphy in the light.
the gods were telling
Yeah,
me
let's
off.
talk about that.
Get
Let's
him
not
out.
No, I think. Do you know what it was? When I obviously where my seat is and that, like, I think it was Sean Longstaff's goal. I thought originally it was a foul, like Wilson had caused a foul, but then I've watched it back and I've just realised how.
Is that on Anderson? Or is that on... Is it on Anderson or...
No, it was
Gay.
Gay
was
for
Gay, was
Longstaff's goal, where he
yeah.
like sort of
Right there.
slipped or something.
Gordon missed a setter, but then made up for it again. Anthony Gordon is on fire. He's getting better. Like Wilson came to in the Champions League, he was
good last night. Like, he was good.
he's getting better. It looks like I think we've seen. I feel like with Gordon. I feel like I see the best with him. Like, and then for some reason he plays the next week and he gets better, and then he gets better, and then he's just becoming this. You can't like he plays unplayable.
He's starting to fit in proper good now.
He looks like at Everton he was a mid-table Premier League player. He's a top, like he's in my opinion one of the best players in our team. He's definitely the biggest threat in our team, and that's including Isak. And I love Isak more than anyone.
He's definitely one of your best.
He's probably our biggest threat, especially going forward. But defensively, he's always there. He's passionate. He fits Newcastle perfectly. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, the Everton fans still always give him stick. When
but
what do you mean? Unfortunately, give him a stick. Cause
I mean, yeah,
you can't not turn up at training and then be like, why they're not angry? Why they're angry at us? It's his boyhood club and he refused to go to training.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
To force a move to a bigger club.
Yeah. Well, it's one, not a big club, but also exactly that's why Everton fans will not hate him. You can't say it's out of order.
Yeah, no, I agree, but he hasn't done that with us yet. So yeah, he's on fire at the minute though. For another 4-0 win, we're starting to slowly creep back up that league table. We've got Wolves at the weekend, which will be a hard game, very hard game, especially with the injuries we've got.
And then
we'll talk about the games at the weekend a bit later.
And then Man United next
And then
Wednesday.
Man United in the cup with the injuries we've got, and then Arsenal in the league with the injury. But the things are
no one
again.
got that score bang on, but Rob and Cam did get the result right.
I was
Me and
only a
Joe
goal
went for
off.
a draw.
Yeah,
I was only a goal off.
Yeah,
I said
know.
3-0.
this is, by the way, like, I never ever take Newcastle to win, even if I think they're gonna win. So,
I mean, that's fair.
like, for example, last night I really thought you were gonna win, but I put a draw in the Super Six, and I was totally dead. I was like, I've done that, but I'm just costing myself points because I never ever put you to win. But I do think you'll win, but I never actually say it. So
Yeah.
You already just said it now.
yeah, I know. So basically,
Joe's a closet mag.
no, every time I'm predicting a draw, I probably think he's gonna win.
But what if it's like
Unless he's against like a big. I mean, when you play that like a Palace at home, deep down I thought they're gonna win.
like
again,
a weight I don't know. I can't actually think. Like a weight of Man United, you could probably see us getting like
a weight of Man
actually getting
United, a draw like might actually be like the
might
actual
actually be,
like
yeah.
thought, but like most of if you're playing someone at home like Palace or Burnley, I'll put a draw, but I think
I don't actually. Have we?
We all also predicted Man City's result correctly.
What did I put on the score, by the way?
I got
For
bang
Man
on.
City?
Yeah.
You put 3-0.
Because on my Super 6 I put 2-1, so I don't know why I didn't there.
I got 2-1, man. So
yeah, Rob got it exactly.
I've got so many points.
I was a goal off on that as well. I was a goal off on both them games.
I put 4-0.
Do you know what's really annoying me? Sorry, I was going to quickly go through. So with the predictions, I'm pretty sure I put 2-1 for Tottenham Fulham. Can you run that by? And that I did put 2-1, or did I put 3-1?
You put 3-1.
Yeah. With me and my dad do this thing where you enter all like this and you get points, and it's with his work. I put 2-0. I got 19 points, and that I think I've only got 15, 16 points there, which is quite annoying. Do you want to talk? Go on, Finn. I know you're edging to do it. Do you want to talk about?
I was actually going to talk
Villa?
about one of the, because there's 2 late Saturday games. One of them was Chelsea Arsenal.
Oh yeah, I thought.
That ended 2-2.
Mikhailo.
We 3 of us got draws correct. Rob and Joe both got it bang on with 2-2. You put 3-1 Arsenal.
I know. I really thought Arsenal were going to do the job.
That game always has a draw written all over it. I feel like every season, Chelsea Arsenal at Stamford Bridge is a draw.
It shouldn't have been. Like, Chelsea will be disappointed they chucked that away.
Do you want to know the thing as well? It wasn't like Chelsea fluked. Chelsea played really good football.
Yeah,
they set up perfectly with the players at their disposal to beat. They didn't even play with a striker.
I've got a question though. Did Mudryk mean it?
No chance.
Again, another thing, I was watching Match of the Day. The commentator was adamant. He said, Mudryk's looked up and he's meant that.
What's he meant to do? Look up as if he is he meant to just whip the ball in the box without looking up to see if there's a player in the box?
There's not a chance, man. You can tell by the way he kicked it. Like,
it's a good goal.
Tell you what,
good goal.
You talk about left-footed wingers for England. Cole Palmer, wow, he is what a footballer he is. Like he is just
played like central, didn't he, the other day?
Yeah, he just
obviously they played without a striker.
They played 4-4-2, like defensively, and then the attacking at 4-3-3. It was really nice actually. Conor Gallagher was brilliant.
He was really
brilliant.
Good.
Sorry, just quickly. Did you all watch that game? Did you watch the game?
I saw bits of it. I didn't watch the
whole
thing.
Did you watch it? Yeah, you watched it. Who would you give man of the match to that game?
Not Declan Rice.
Exactly. How on earth did they give that a He was so bad other than the goal.
I think it was his goal probably swung.
He was so you know what? It was so bang average other than the goal. Other than the game Sevilla where he was brilliant, but he was so bang average. I don't understand how he got man of the match. I thought Conor Gallagher or Thiago Silva, even though he conceded twice. Like them, it would just.
I think once they chucked away 2-goal lead, it was always going to be an Arsenal player. I think who won it, but
it was embarrassing by Chelsea to throw something like that away. Because the thing is, well, with Chelsea, people take the mick out of them and laugh at the players in the league. They're actually not a bad team. They're actually a good team.
Talking about the place in the league, I was literally going to ask, where do you see Chelsea finishing?
If they start scoring goals and hanging on to games, I can really see them finishing 6th or 7th because they play good football.
I'd probably go 8th. I'd probably say 8th. You know,
I can see anywhere between 6th and 9th. 9th is if they start holding on to leads and start actually finishing games off. 6th if vice versa. 6th if they start
do we not
scoring.
expect Chelsea to get that kick where they push for the top 4?
No,
yeah, I think they could. I don't
sure.
know if they will, but I think they could.
I think they're a bit off of just maturity.
I've heard that in January they're looking to offload Silva and replace him with a centre back.
I don't think that would make sense.
I don't think that would make sense. I think he's their best defender.
Also, you wouldn't really get any money for a 39-year-old Thiago Silva. So
40.
Either they just keep him on the books, and
unless he's a massive earner and they need to free up the wages a little bit.
He probably is, to be fair. He's probably one of the highest. But for Fabrizio Romano, obviously very, very trustworthy. Was on Twitter tapping away, saying that Chelsea are looking for another high-profile centre half. And
they've signed a few, haven't they? But they're all a bit.
Weren't they meant to get Koundé? Weren't they when he went to Barcelona?
Yeah.
But then they've got Badia Shield.
He's good when he comes back. Fofana when he comes back.
Fofana's out for the season though, pretty much, isn't he?
He would have been a
lot of money on him.
I mean, he would have been a top defender. I said he had potential to be one of the best in the world, but he just
never fit.
Nah, it's just quite unfortunate. Reece James coming back from fitness. I rate Colwill. I like the team. I like the midfield. Enzo. I don't rate Gallagher that high, but he was good at the weekend. I'll give him
flowers. We had the rarity of an 8 o'clock kick-off on Saturday.
Last one was Newcastle.
At Bramall Lane.
I can't lie. I can't speak about this. I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna lie. I watched the UFC because.
Well, I saw the highlights. I didn't actually watch it.
I was at a party, but I mean, I saw the match of the day and I watched bits of it. It was on in the background. But I mean,
background of the party. Just
Man United won 2-1. Cam was the only one to get that score spot on. we all got the result, so we all got at least 1 point. Joe, you were 1 goal off. You put 3-1 Man United. And Rob, you were also 1 goal off. You put 2-0.
So annoyed about
Man United.
Although
in the podcast you did say 2-1, but I did re-ask you for your opinions.
I think it was a typo that I think you should take the score of what I put in the podcast.
No chance. I re-asked you.
I think Sheffield United weren't too bad on the weekend. But I mean,
I saw Dallow's goal.
They're just not quite good enough. For Man United, they've won a few now, haven't they? They've won a few on the spin, but they're not blowing teams away. They're scraping by. But I think at the minute, the results are the more important thing for them, getting them back on track. And I think eventually the performances will probably come.
I've heard Harry Maguire was very, very good.
Yeah, he got man of the match.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
apparently he was fun. Apparently he was
on his return to his boyhood club.
So yeah, fair enough. Man United, they got the job done, but I mean it was
and
just
McSauce
up to 8th.
Scores
up to 8th place. They're a point behind Brighton now.
Where are they at? 8th.
8th, yeah, point behind.
They'll finish top.
You lot and Brighton. 4 points off 5th, Aston Villa, of which we beat West Ham 4-1.
Great performance.
I mean,
I didn't see that coming.
I felt like we were gonna win because it's Villa Park, and we've been so like
that
incredible.
record's ridiculous, by the way.
11
in a row. For a team
bounce.
who's not Man City to win 11 home games on the trot in the Premier League, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, we're unbeaten at home this season. I knew I was confident that we were going to get the win. I didn't expect quite a performance like that.
Yeah.
Although I did get very nervous when Jarrod Bowen scored.
Yeah. But even then, it was like a 10-minute period where West Ham bothered you, and then as soon as Watkins scored that goal, it was like you knew Villa were going to win.
I mean, for me, our best player is Douglas Luiz by far. He controls that midfield like I've never seen a Villa midfielder do before.
Brilliant footballer.
He's incredible.
Very good.
The fact we got him
And
from Man City on the cheap as well. The season we come
City
up.
just have like these players who offload who've never played for them, or like top players.
He's been instrumental to our success at the moment. Obviously,
he's
Watkins
excellent.
can't stop scoring, whether it's scruffy goals or not, and then Leon Bailey just had to finish it off with.
Yeah,
he's the most inconsistent player I think I've ever seen in the Premier League.
He's very frustrating.
One game he'll genuinely, you'll watch him and you'll be like, this guy can play for most teams in the league. And then the next game you'll watch him and you'll be like, he won't get in Sheffield United's team. He's such a strange footballer.
Well,
he's good.
The issue we have with him is the exact issue we had and still have with Bertrand Traore. Is that he's so left-footed? Yeah, it is unbelievable.
Bertrand Traore, when he got on his left foot, was unreal,
both of them when they got on their left foot and cut in, incredible. Like Traore was so good on the edge of the box finishing, but if you tried to play them down the right and the fullback managed to squeeze them onto their right foot, it was just they were useless.
Yeah. I mean, I think as well though you've got quite good depth. Like they made the point on the commentary, like you've brought on Tielemans and Bailey.
Yeah.
And they're like two good subs to be able to bring on, and also Jacob Ramsey didn't play.
No,
he's a good player.
We got Buendia out.
So you got a lot of good players.
He's a top player.
Tyrone Mings, I don't think he's that good, but he's out for the season. He is a miss.
Tyrone Mings doesn't come back in the 11. He doesn't come back.
He's going to struggle now because Pau Torres is really kicking on now.
And then I think eventually Diego Carlos will replace Konsa as well. And I
don't think so. You know, Carlos is 30 and he's injury prone really.
Yeah,
badly.
True actually.
I
always forget 30.
Emery is really taken to Konsa now. He's
Luca Digne improved massively.
Yeah.
Like last season he couldn't get in.
Even defensively, he looks a lot better.
Last season I wanted him sold.
Yeah, but he's so coming to his own this year.
Matty Cash is playing out of this game.
Matty Cash has got his place back because of an injury, hasn't he?
But
because they were playing Konsa right back at first, weren't you?
Yeah, it was sort of like Konsa.
It was kind of like one of those back three ones, then Digne high, yeah.
And then because basically we were playing Konsa, and then it was either Carlos, Torres, or Mings, like in those three.
Mings and Carlos.
And then it was Moreno left back, and Moreno was allowed to literally just bomb forward, and we'd go to like a back three.
Their depth is your depth is unreal.
Moreno's still not back yet either.
They have Moreno and Digne as their left backs, and we have Dan Burn and Matt Target. Yeah. And we're the team in the Champions League. Fucking hell, sorry, I just have to rant about Villa's teams.
Why are you slitting Dan Burn for? Absolutely elite left back.
Let's be real, right? He's not that guy.
Tallest left back in the league.
But none of us got that score bang on. I said 3-1, so
Did I
close.
say 2-2?
You did say 2-2. You got
I
that
fancied West
completely
Ham.
wrong. And then Cam and Joe both said 2-1.
Kind of
So we all
forgot.
sort of got West Ham to score, but I don't think even me as a Villa fan, I don't think any of us expected West Ham to be so on the back foot.
Yeah, I mean, I was disappointed with West Ham, actually. I thought in the first half they looked like they had a few moments where I thought, they could hurt us.
Yeah.
Paqueta, I thought was good. And then
he's fantastic.
in second half, they just weren't at it. I mean, Villa killed
Paqueta
them.
will get the ball in a situation where you're I'd say 99 out of 100 players lose the ball, and
he's a good player.
He's so technical.
I mean, they paid about 65 million for him, so he wants to be. But
I wish we got him, truthfully. I think he fits in our team like a glove. It would have given us an extra
I've
outlet.
currently got the points tally.
I'm top honour.
Predictions. Yeah, you are. So Rob, you are on 14. Cam is second with 13. So there's only 1 point behind, and me and Joe are tied on 9.
That's alright.
So it's not bad. It's
How are we doing that? 3 points for
3
results.
points for
3 points for
bang
bang
result,
on 1
1
point.
point for result.
That's alright.
Geordie
So,
boys,
Not
do
too
it in the
bad. I
piss.
mean, literally 2 bang on
Joe.
results. Would you go?
No, I need my phone because I know what's coming.
Oh. Well, no, we've got one more thing before that.
You still need your
Oh,
phone.
okay. So yeah, before Rob's quiz.
No, it wasn't the quiz.
Oh yeah, you've got the.
It's on my phone.
Well,
Sorry, I've just
I
spoiled
imagine
That's at the end.
your quiz is on your phone as well.
It also is. That's why I
Yeah.
brought my phone over, my friend.
That's literally what I just said. But anyway, Team of the season so far. Rob come up with
this
the
idea.
idea
Oh,
of
shit.
doing our Team of the season so far.
Give us a few minutes,
Obviously,
boys.
only 9 games in, so it is very
Mine.
early.
What formations everyone got?
I think
4
3-3.
defenders, 3.
I think I wanted to do it earlier. The reason I want to do it earlier, I like doing like a build an 11 or a top 10 or something in the podcast because I think it brings debate and I think it brings enjoyment. But also the fact I want to compare it now and then I want to do one at the halfway point and I want to do one at the end.
Yeah.
So I want to compare how it evolves. So
I think I've been a bit stingy with the way I've put my attackers because I've kind of got.
I've got 2 right wingers in. I've got.
Oh, okay, you've got 2 right wingers.
I haven't. I've actually got a front 3 that would work as a front 3.
I haven't got. No, I've got an out and out number 9 in because
In fairness, my team would actually probably work as a 10. I think I've got
I think mine would, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think my midfield and defence would. I
But
don't
anyway.
think my front 3 would.
So
I've got.
should we start with goalie?
What
Can you-
are
goalie-
you
Can
ready
you
yet?
leave me to last?
No, we'll go
No,
round
we-
goalie.
Oh, right, okay.
Right, so
Okay.
goalkeeper.
It's between 2, and if anyone's got one of the 2, I don't disagree. I've got Vicario, but I wouldn't disagree with Alisson.
I've got Alisson.
I wouldn't disagree
I've
with
got
that.
Vicario, yeah.
Yeah.
Alisson.
Right, I wouldn't disagree with Alisson,
Yeah.
but I've got Vicario.
It was between the two of them.
It was. I think it was only really them
It's just
two.
the fact I've never heard of him, and he's come in, and he's actually been really decent.
It's amazing.
Tottenham.
Unbelievable saves for Fulham.
I've never heard of him.
Again, I don't disagree with the Alisson
yeah,
one.
Alisson
I agree with what Finn said. It's the fact Vicario came in unknown. Alisson's kind of set that standard. I know that's a weird way because it should be the best player, but Alisson set a good standard. But Vicario to play on that standard, I think, allows him into the team, especially how good Tottenham have actually been. But at least there's no massive debates. I've got my back 2. Back centre backs, yeah.
Oh.
Or just do both centre backs at once, yeah. This is quite difficult.
You know, would not make sense to full back.
Yeah, let's do
do
right
full
back.
Right back. I think this one, everyone will have the same one. Trippier. You have to have
Nah,
Trippier.
I've got Trippier.
Yeah. Gonna see.
Trippier, but I would like to give a mention for Matty Cash because
He's
he has
been
been
good.
very, very
But
good.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty unanimous.
I think
it couldn't not be
yeah,
Kieran Trippier.
There's
Had to be
all the
Kieran
right backs in the league this year. Then Kieran Trippier is playing. Probably he's the best right back on the
I think
entire
if
planet.
Kieran Trippier wasn't for
Wasn't that good
Newcastle, I would have picked Matty Cash, but Trippier has just been so good.
Yeah, he's been
I
great.
mean,
before.
Even if you take out the assists from his
I'm
game
actually not his
defensively
biggest
and-
fan. I don't think he's. I think I'm the only person in the world who I'm not his biggest fan. I don't rate him that highly, but he has been excellent this season.
I think there's a debate out there that he's not England's best footballing right back, but that he's England's best right back. Not footballing right
I think
back.
he's probably one of our best defensive right backs.
He's better going forward than defensively, though.
Yeah, I just think
Defensively, he's probably his weak spot.
I'm not even going to get into it because I've got a whole thing about Trippier where people just disagree with us. So I'm not.
Go on,
gonna
I want to hear it.
My thing is he's not outstanding going forward and he's not outstanding going back.
He's very
He's middle of the road.
average for both.
But I tell you what he has. He's got a brilliant set piece, and he's got
He's got a
good
brilliant
delivery.
His weight of pass is incredible. I kind of agree, but disagree. I think instead of just being meh, I think he's good at both. But I think he's elevated his attacking game and I think it's a lot of understanding of the tactic. Like, he's got players around him who are playing around him, which is playing to his strengths. As like,
I'm probably wrong on that because I am the only one who sees it, but
I think I'm
probably wrong.
I get what you mean. I don't think he is like. I don't think he's
I'd start for
world class
in
any of his areas, but he's very good all
his set
round.
piece delivery is probably world class, and his way of pass is probably world class.
Anyway, we've all got Trippier right back.
Yeah,
two centre backs.
Oh, no, do left back. All right,
left back. Okay. I've got a doggy.
I've got a doggy.
I've got a doggy.
But I'm doing this. By the way, I'm doing this on the spot.
Yeah,
right.
I'm doing this on the spot.
I won't disagree with Andy Robertson. It's his injury, which we're talking about the team for me actually.
I went with Robertson, but it's because I've just literally tried to.
Robertson has been unbelievable. It's just literally the reason I've got a doggy is the fact Robertson's injury kind of. I don't even know how that makes sense because it still played the whole season. But
I think the doggy's been excellent.
A doggy has been. Yeah,
he's incredible. He's been incredible.
So, I mean, yeah, centre halves. What we've got.
This one might spark debate. I've got Saliba and Van de Ven.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, I've got. All right. I had Romero in, but I like Van de Ven more.
I've got Romero and Van de Ven.
You got
enough.
So you're back.
You've got
four Tottenham players in your back five and an ex-Tottenham player.
Madly, yeah, because Joe will know.
Yeah, he hates Tottenham for some reason.
We've had many debates about Tottenham. Last season, me and Joe had so many debates about Tottenham and how I hate Tottenham at times. But this season, I put my hands up, and they are one of the most exciting teams this season, and I've just loved. I mean, Mickey Van de Ven has come into the Prem, and he's
excellent. He
really
is
I
good.
think Romero's been good, but has Saliba had a bad game? No. Has Romero had a bad game? He's had 2 or 3. Romero at his best is. Yes, but he's been inconsistent.
I've just loved the partnership. That's why I had to put them in together.
I agree with I think Van de Ven and Saliba for me.
I don't know if you've watched. I mean, I know you might not have, but for Netherlands, when they played France,
was it his debut, Van de Ven?
Yeah. He did so well.
He's so quick.
That could be a good partnership for the Netherlands. That Van Dijk and Van de Ven.
But they play a back 3, and they have De Ligt and they have Botman.
De Ligt, I think. Again, I'm probably wrong here, but every time I say him, I don't think he's that good.
Yeah, but he's a good centre back.
Yeah.
And Botman's better.
He was obviously great in that Ajax side. That had a great run in the Champions League.
Do you know what the issue with that? Do you know what the issue with that is? Because they've also got Nathan Ake, and what the issue with that is with Van Dijk, Van de Ven, Botman, Ake, they all play on the left-hand side of a back 4, all of them. So how?
Could easily have if they play a back 4, they could have Ake a left back as well.
Did you have centre off? We haven't actually.
I went with Saliba.
Yeah.
But I also went with Fabian Shaw.
Okay.
I like it.
Fair
no
enough.
Tottenham ones.
Because I think just from what I've seen this season from him, it's just different class. Especially with Botman being injured, he's took over a massive role.
I would have put. I was putting Shaw in just out of Barry lads. I was being deluded because how good Van de Ven and Saliba.
Has Shaw been better in a Champions League?
No, I think he's just been solid all around.
I agree.
I think he's just been solid all around.
Other than even in the Liverpool game and the Brighton game, none of the goals were his fault. He was stopping everything on his side.
He's been solid for the season.
He has been.
Jamal Lascelles?
He's close.
Honourable mention.
Let's move on to midfield.
Yeah. Hold the midfield because it's all 4-3-3. So has everyone got a 6? Yeah, like a
yeah, pretty much.
And I think
I've sort of got 2 6s actually, but
I've got Rodri as well.
I've got Rodri.
Wow. I've got Douglas Luiz.
Better than Rodri, mate. Come
this
on.
Season.
Delusion.
Don't say it this season.
I've got Douglas Luiz as well.
You've got Douglas Luiz in your team?
as well, but I've got.
So you have left someone out.
I literally just midfield. I literally just went who stood out to me. Rodri. Yes, he's excellent, and I know they shouldn't excuse him from a team of the season, but I've gone for players that have excelled.
Granted, he did miss 2 league games with a red card, but I just think
I think he's been the best player in the league in general, Rodri. But
I mean, yeah, but
Rodri's not in your team at all.
No, because there's 2 other people in my midfield that I wanted in as well because they've also.
It's not outrageous, but I would have had Rodri in.
I would have rather. I don't know who the other 2 are, but I think. Rodri would have been second on my midfielder list, so I would have got rid of the third one and not Rodri. But
I've said my second one there is Douglas Luiz. So
you've got,
I mean,
I've got
one of them. I probably could, but I just put him in there because I think he's had a great start for his club.
One of my other midfielders, I think everyone should have James Maddison. Yeah,
I've got James Maddison,
and then who's yours is Louise Maddison. Yours is Maddison and
I've got James Ward-Prowse.
Fair enough.
Not a bad show.
I think he's had a really good start.
Who have you got?
for
Am
them.
I the only one?
I went with Rice.
Yeah, Cameron. I've got Rice.
I went with
Does anyone
Rice.
realise
I
how
think he's
good?
had a great. He's been alright.
No,
he's
he's
been
been
good.
Arsenal's best player. Maybe second behind Saliba. He's been like my cousin's an Arsenal fan. I watch every Arsenal game because of that. Rice has elevated his game from West Ham by tenfold.
I don't think he's elevated his game. I think he was just that good anyway. I think.
He's playing in a system which suits him better.
He hasn't stood out to me, to be honest.
He's been incredible. He's been clutch. He's turned up.
I don't want to hate it, to be fair. I don't want to hate it. I really like that.
I think
really good.
Rice, Maddison, Rodri. I think there's no one else I'd honestly consider putting in. Like I think that.
I think Ward-Prowse has been excellent. I think Douglas Luiz.
I'm not saying Ward-Prowse and Douglas Luiz have been bad by.
If he hadn't got sent off as well against Luton, I was tempted to put Basuma in.
No, he's the only one. I actually had Basuma in for Rodri.
But then that's sent
Rice,
off against Luton. Which I mean, by the same token, Rodri got sent off, but Rodri is Rodri. So.
I had Basuma in for Rice.
The only reason I've put, Ward-Prowse because he's been excellent for West Ham, and Douglas Luiz, he's joint top scorer for us. He's absolutely controlled our midfield, and he's probably one of the only reasons we're actually in fifth.
Yeah, I think he's brilliant.
Beaten at home
I don't
for
hate
11
that
games.
I think Basuma probably should be in mine.
Maybe.
Now I think about Basuma probably should be in mine, but I probably should have Basuma in for Rice. But I'm sticking with it.
Anyway, right wing.
I think
This
because
is where I put a striker in at winger.
you've got Ollie
But he has-
Watkins, haven't you?
Yeah, he has played on the wing though.
He's got
I've
Ollie
got
Watkins
Ollie
in his team.
Watkins.
I've got Mohamed Salah.
I've got Mohamed Salah.
Fair.
Salah.
Yeah, Ollie Watkins in your team. You think Ollie Watkins has been one of the best wingers in the league?
No, I don't think he's been one of the best wingers.
Mate, come
My
on.
centre forward's Ollie Watkins.
Yeah.
Who have you got left wing?
I'm not telling you.
Well, do left wing?
Well, you haven't said
No,
your centre
no.
forward yet.
Yeah, I've got Haaland striker.
I've got Son because that's where he's played all season.
Son, I was so close to putting him, but I didn't.
I'd give Son player. I'd be giving Son probably looking at this. I'd probably be giving Son player of the season.
And Madison's been better.
I'd be looking at Son has been. I think
Son's been really good, but
Without Madison, Son's not
so.
scoring
You've got
the goals.
Wait, so does no one? Wait, who do you have up front?
So my three are Watkins, Haaland, and Son.
Right.
That's who I've got.
Your three.
Is Haaland, Son, and Salah.
Right. Your three.
Salah, Watkins, and Neto.
Yes, I
yeah.
like that.
It was a show, you know.
I think Son has been better than Watkins.
He maybe has, but I
And
just
then-
like Ollie Watkins. I like what he gives to the team. He does everything. He's
And-
not that good a finisher. Like where Son's like an elite finisher.
Yeah,
he sticks everything away, but like
I've got Neto.
By the way, just because I've put Watkins right wing doesn't mean I think he's been
Yeah,
better than
yeah.
Salah in this position. I've only put in, like, we've played 4-3-3 and I've just had to put three forwards.
I'd have put Isaac over Watkins.
No.
come on.
No, don't be ridiculous.
I'd have put Isaac over Watkins.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'd have put Isaac
Ollie
over Watkins. How many
Watkins-
goals Watkins got this season?
He's
In-
got 5 and he's got 3 assists.
Okay, but Isaac's a better footballer.
Oh, are we doing this fucking debate
Yes,
now?
but
Are we-
Isaac's
again?
got more goals than him, mate.
What?
Isaac's got more goals in the league than Watkins.
Has he?
Fucking hell.
Yes, Isaac's got 6.
Yeah, he's got 6 and no assists.
No
Watkins
assists.
has
6 and no assists when in less minutes. And being
Watkins has 5 assists. He's got
Yeah.
5 goals and 5 assists.
10 goal contributions.
10 goal contributions.
right,
in
and
9
played a
games.
lot more minutes than Isaac. Isaac's a better. Maybe I'd put Isaac in my team because I just think he's better than Watkins. I just think he's better.
I think he probably is a better
Yeah,
footballer.
alright,
but
maybe-
he's-
Yeah, overall,
It's
I'm
probably-
not disputing that Watkins is a better player than Isaac. But
It's
at the
tighter
moment,
this season. It's
By that
tighter
logic,
this
it's like
season.
saying like you'd have in
No,
like
because
Then
like
if
Haaland,
we're
because
doing
Haaland's a better
that,
centre
if we're doing that, I'm
There's
going to change the whole team. I'm
there's
going to put
pe-
Alisson in goal. I'm
there's
gonna
people
put
in
Walker
your
at right
team-
back.
there's people
I'm gonna
in your
put- I'm
team-
going to put Van Dijk
There's-
and John Stones at
there's
centre back.
people in your
I'm
team.
going to put
No, there's
Andrew
Watkins in your
Robertson at
team.
left back.
There's
I'll put
Watkins in your
Maddison,
team.
Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne
can't
in
get the
centre
word out.
mids.
Where
But
there's-
this is your logic.
No, but
You're just
Son's
saying he's a better
Son's
footballer,
been
that's
better
your
than
logic.
Watkins. Neto's been better than Watkins. There's a few players who have just been
what are
better
you
than
basing
Watkins.
this on though?
But
What, to the eye, like when you've watched them this season, they've just been
I
better.
think to the eye, Watkins has been excellent.
Watkins has been one of
He'd
the-
probably be 6th or 7th on my list.
Come on, 6 or 7.
Son, Neto,
this is why-
Salah,
This
Haaland.
is exactly why your football opinion does not matter
What?
to me.
Son, Neto,
just
Salah,
make
Haaland.
outrageous takes.
Son, what? Son has been better. Neto's been better. Salah's been better. I'd argue Haaland's been better. All right, maybe there's 4 better. There's probably. Oh, yeah, I said
Well,
Salah.
you said Isaac.
That was just to get a bite out of it.
It wasn't.
No,
you said you
No, Isaac's a better player. I'm not. No, Isaac's a better. Isaac's a better player.
2 weeks in a row, you said something, and afterwards
Isaac's a better player. Isaac's a better player. And if this was an overall team, Isaac wouldn't be in that anyways. But I'd rather Isaac over Watkins. But this season, Watkins has been brilliant. But I think he's been brilliant, but not good enough to get in this.
I'd love Villa to go sign Isaac, but that's not what we're doing.
No,
we're doing Premier League season so
but
far.
I don't think he's been in. I think he's been very, very good though. I'm not
disputing Isaac's been. I'm not saying Isaac's been awful.
Genuinely, right. This is gonna. You watch a lot more Villa than me. I've watched a lot of Villa this season, but and this is gonna sound crazy, but what I've watched from Villa, even if I take away the goals and the assists and just watching the game, I think Moussa Diaby's been just as good as Watkins.
No, come on.
No.
I mean,
Really?
Watkins is so important to the way
True,
Villa play.
Watkins is turning up when it needs to matter, but I feel like maybe Moussa Diaby's a bit more inconsistent. Watkins seems to be.
It's not just his goals though with Watkins; it's his whole game.
Yeah,
he works so hard on that.
Yeah, he is a good player. I'm trying not to. I think he's good. I'm intrigued to see if it's just a really good purple patch or not, or if he's gonna be able to get. Because on this rate, he should be getting 20 goals.
But we're doing Prem team of the season so far, so whether he's in a purple patch or not,
I don't think he's been better than Neto or Son, Salah or Haaland either way.
Better than Neto.
I think
there's a reason we're sat 5th with 10 goal contributions from a striker in 9 games.
I think it's just because
I'm looking at the forwards. Actually, I tell you who's a little bit unlucky to miss out on everyone's list. Jared Bourne. Really good.
But
I think he's a bit overrated.
10 goal contributions in 9 games, so he's got more goal contributions than he's played games, and we're sat 5th. We're 4 points off top of the league. And we're playing midweek games.
Oh yeah, no, someone else who I'd have over Ollie Watkins. Sorry, Julian Alvarez.
Yeah, I was just about to say
Julian. Sorry, Julian Alvarez was in my team. I've just remembered that Julian Alvarez was actually in my team over Neto, but I put Neto in because I was just
to be honest,
Alvarez was in my team, then I just edged at Watkins.
I just edged at Neto. I could argue Alvarez, Son, Salah, or maybe Neto.
What was your front three, Cam?
Haaland, Son, and Salah.
I agree. I can agree with his. I think his is. I just disagree.
Top 3 goal scorers in the league.
I don't hate the Watkins shout, and I understand. I can see your point. I just think there's been I just think there's been better players in the league. To the eye, I just think there's been better. But I don't dislike Watkins.
My team, I've just gone position by position and gone for people who
I don't. Maybe I was being a bit deluded. I don't personally. I wouldn't do it myself.
Isaac over Watkins is very deluded. I can't lie, especially so far.
Yeah, so far. But Isaac's been good though when he's played.
Yeah,
you know what?
I think it's the fact Watkins. Do you know what it is? I think if you go minute by minute, I think it might be Isaac. But it's the fact Watkins has played more and turned up more. Like I'm basing this off Isaac's minutes played versus Watkins' minutes played. When I'm fairly confident Watkins probably played doubled his minutes because Isaac doesn't play that much football. So Isaac's probably done.
Why does he not play that much football?
Because we have Champions League where we play against
Conference League.
No, but we play against top. You could probably rest Watkins and.
Yeah, but they're not going to.
Hopefully, still win.
But we don't.
We play Sunday, Tuesday against the PSG. We'd rather an average striker. We'd rather an average or bit better than average striker in the league against a Palace or a Bournemouth, for example, or a Brentford, than Isaac in the UCL, so that's why he hasn't played many minutes in the league.
But you're saying we could rest Watkins, but when we did rest Watkins against Legia Warsaw, we lost.
He has lost.
So we can't. We need our strong team.
Yeah. No, but we've rested Isaac a lot more. Who's your backup? Sorry, John Duran. Yeah,
Duran.
He's not a bad player. I think.
Is it your backup striker? Are you not putting anybody else?
Well, we've still Archer.
I just think
that's it. Yeah,
our rotation's a lot more.
Danny Ings.
Our rotation's a lot more because you can't even argue this because we're playing at a much higher standard of European football.
Yeah, no one's disputing that.
Our rotation's a lot more key, and that's why
Isaac. Need to rotate, though.
Also, I'm pretty sure Isaac got injured again.
And plus, we both play on a Sunday. You get more time to rest. We play on a Thursday.
But we get less time to rest between the UCL and Premier League games.
Yeah, but we're doing Premier League though. And Watkins has turned up more.
Yeah, but I didn't turn up about the Champions League. Isaac hasn't even turned up in the Champions League. He got injured after 40 minutes.
What we're doing though is Premier team in the season so far.
I mean, regardless, Isaac isn't in over Watkins.
Yeah. No. But I'm saying my point of that is probably I looked at it the wrong way. It is probably the fact, like I said, I looked at it minute by they play the same amount of minutes and not overall, which is a stupid thing for me to do because Watkins has had a better season than Isaac, but I was looking he hasn't had a better like if they both played 150 minutes, more than that. If they both played 300 minutes, I'm confident Isaac outperforms him this season. But it's the fact he hasn't outperformed him this season because Watkins has played more minutes. So I just looked at it the wrong way. But I'd go Watkins over Isaac. Watkins still wouldn't go in my team though. But he's not a bad player.
Well, as everyone's team now, you go. I don't think there was.
Yeah, you're putting them on Instagram.
Yeah, well,
there was nothing ridiculous. I don't think in there.
No, I don't think there was any stupid shouts.
No, I'm trying. Douglas Louise.
Well,
he's been excellent. Douglas.
Nah, he has been very good. He has been.
Are you actually gonna argue Douglas?
No. I don't. He wouldn't go in my team, but
he's been really good. You can't.
Oh my goodness,
Louise has been better than Watkins, in my opinion. If you
I
watch
agree.
Villa,
I've watched.
Has been better than Watkins. Oh, hello, Rob. Just broke the chair.
Oh, it's not broke. I thought that's what happens when you have to.
Anyway, we could argue.
Shit myself, I thought snap the chair.
Rob, let's move on to the quiz.
Oh, honestly, lads, I've been
excited.
dying because I hope this is good, because basically I was sat there last night and basically.
Make sure you're speaking to the mic.
I sat away. I got scared to snap the chair again. How my quiz works, there's 10 trivia questions. And there's a question about Villa, Sunderland, and Newcastle all in there as well. But there's 10 trivia questions. It's on the buzzer, so whoever buzzes in first, if you get it wrong, someone else comes in. And then if they get it wrong, the last person gets a shot. So it's whoever buzzes in first. There's 10 trivia questions. Then there's 3 who am I. So like what Finn did. But basically, for example, I'll say 3 players they've played with. If you get it on that, you get 3 points. Same on the buzzer. Then you'll get a clue about the nationality or trophies they've won. Then you might get a nationality. A clue about clubs they played for, how long they spent at a certain league to get the guess, and then it's 3, 2, 1 point. Then I've got 2 career paths as well, and it's just most.
So
points.
We're buzzing in for these.
Buzzing in, yeah. So does everyone want to just say me, or just say it, or I'll let you have to think.
Put our hands up.
Well, just say me. Just say me.
It is an audio podcast.
Oh, no, just say your name.
Just say your name.
Just say
Cam.
Cam.
Say your name. Okay.
Cam.
Well, I'm not going to say Cam because that would make you.
Aye, true.
Okay. This first
Cam.
question. The first question. What's it going then? Go on, Cam. What's the answer?
Don't stitch me up.
Take a pop.
No.
Okay. The first question is pretty easy. Okay. Who was the top goal scorer of the last decade outside of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi?
Me. Luis Suarez.
Incorrect. Someone keeps score for.
So is Joe frozen? Yeah.
Joe's frozen out.
Yeah, Joe's frozen out.
Yeah.
Unless they get it both wrong, then I come back.
Then you come back in unless you just all opt to give up. Or you can opt for a clue, I guess.
The last, what was it, decade?
Last decade, so 2023. I think it actually went off 2022. So 2022.
Oh, I know who it is. I think
it went off because I looked at a thing on just to double check. But I looked at it off last year, so I don't think how this year scores, but he's still up it.
Lewandowski.
Correct. Yes. Well done. Just keep your total in your head. Okay, this one's good one.
No, I'm gonna add my notes.
Well, Finn, you can just keep it.
I'll keep it all there, Joe.
Wait, I'll wait for Finn. So your notes a minute count, so just start thinking.
Hey, thinking a minute's 1 to 90.
24.
What minute was Zinedine Zidane red carded in the 2006 World Cup final?
94th.
You get it.
94th.
Sorry, you let me finish my question. Sorry, you get a leeway of 3 minutes.
Well, you give an answer.
94th.
Incorrect. Let me finish my question next time, Finn.
Well, I was still gonna go with whatever you said.
I don't know.
Calm. 71st.
Incorrect.
I don't have to buzz in now because it's just me. I'm gonna go 58th.
Incorrect. I'll give you a clue, and whoever buzzes in first, if they get it wrong, the question's frozen. It was in extra time.
Calm. 115.
Incorrect.
Me.
I literally
said
I said whoever buzzed in first got it incorrect because I made a clue, so it would have narrowed down the time.
To be
The
fair,
answer was you were 2 because I gave a leeway of 3 minutes. If anyone got a bang on, I was going to give them 2 points. It was 110th.
Oh, mate.
My headbutt Maratti. Okay, this one is a Sunderland question, but obviously everyone gets a chance.
Great.
Who was the last player to play for Sunderland player to play for England who wasn't Jermaine Defoe while they were at
Sunderland?
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Go on then. You've said me now.
I
think it was 2014. It's a very hard question.
Jack Rodwell.
Incorrect.
I'm so glad you said that because that was going to be my answer.
Why? So he was playing for Sunderland at this point.
He was playing for Sunderland when he was in the. There was two on the same year, but this one got called up first.
2014.
if
I'm gonna
none of you
embarrass
get it here,
myself
I'll
with a
give us
better
career
question
path, but
than
it's very, very hard. Like, very hard.
We're talking England seniors. It's not like an
England
under 23
seniors,
player.
England seniors, yeah. England seniors. Might be sitting a bit too far away from the mic. Hopefully I can still be heard.
Yeah. That's tough, that. I mean, so is it definitely 2014 or are you just saying it's about then?
Let me have a look.
Because that's if it's 2014, that's Rio.
Sorry, it was 2012.
2012.
2012.
Okay.
Euros.
That's
Euros.
a clue. That's a clue, but yeah, you're not getting. I messed up there.
Wes Brown wouldn't have been doing it then. I shouldn't be saying this because they're giving him.
I don't think Cam will get this because I don't think he'd have known he played for Sunderland.
Oh, right. Okay, then in that case, is it Wayne Bridge?
Incorrect. Go on, Cam, just guess it. He only made one appearance, so you never get.
For what, England?
Yeah, this is hard.
for England, not for Sunderland.
This is no for England.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got no idea.
If he gets this wrong, let's just rattle off a few players.
No, I'll give his career path if Cam gets it wrong.
Yeah, so 2012, Sunderland.
I'll also give his position.
Sunderland Prem.
Sunderland Prem.
Long time ago that was. I've no idea. Come on, just say.
Just pass if you want, and I'll give his career.
Darren Bent.
Well done, I'm done. Okay, so.
Oh wait, he said one. He said one appearance for England, didn't he?
Okay, his career path for this striker: Manchester United, Royal Antwerp on loan, Hull City on loan, Tottenham Hotspur on loan, Sunderland, Cardiff, Palace, Hull City, Huddersfield. Then he's even still a Huddersfield.
Oh no,
Finn got that first.
he did.
I was going to say Conor Wickham.
No,
Is
it's
he
not.
correct?
Mate, it's Fraser Campbell.
It is Fraser Campbell. Well done, Joe. That was obviously more
Yeah, I wouldn't have got
was
that.
a tough one.
I wouldn't have got that.
Yeah, he got it, and then
I've met Fraser
Danny
Campbell, so he is my close personal friend.
Danny Welbeck got called up 2 months later or something like that.
He was only on loan, Danny Welbeck.
Yeah.
Campbell was our player.
Okay, this one's a Newcastle one. When Newcastle and Brighton got promoted, who else went up with them? Which one team?
Jesus.
They went up through the playoffs.
Norwich.
Incorrect. It's a safe answer though.
Playoffs, wasn't it?
Just said that.
He did just.
Did you just say playoffs?
Yeah. Well, it had to be 'cause Newcastle and Brighton.
I know.
Jesus, let's think.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, what year is that?
We scored on the last day against Brighton for us to be champions.
You did.
Grealish scored.
I can give you a clue. They played in the final if he's won. Where you're frozen out.
But
Actually, I'll wait.
They played in the final.
Of course they
played in the final.
Yeah,
Got
but I can give you a
promoted.
clue who they
The
played against.
Oh, who they played against, I was going to say.
Nah, because then that narrows it down. I'm trying to think who's like come up then. Like, this was about 2017. You won the league.
It was 16-17 season.
So
I'm trying to think who
2017.
was actually semi decent in that
I think
championship
I might
season.
know it, you know. I've got a shout.
I paid less attention at the championship then.
Oh no, I don't think it was. I think that's too early for them.
Jesus. I feel like they might have come down, whoever it is, and be in the championship now.
Because I know the season Newcastle got promoted, it was Sunderland, Middlesbrough, and Hull.
Yeah,
They
we
got
went down.
relegated because it was all like the.
I'll give
northern
you a
teams.
sort of clue. It's I think it's the only time, like it was the first time in Premier League history, I think, I could be lying here, so don't take this as a clue, where all three teams who went up stayed up the season after. None of them
Alright.
went back down.
Okay.
Oh, I think it might be who I think it is.
I'm struggling, you know.
So what about?
So they stayed up.
When they
up.
went up, they stayed. The
Oh,
only teams,
right.
all three teams
Oh.
then knew.
Oh.
Nah.
Yes, I know it. It's Huddersfield.
It is
Oh, damn it.
Huddersfield. It is
I
Huddersfield.
watched it in Tenerife, yeah.
They beat Reading in the final.
I did, and then they came down the season after, didn't
Yeah, because they had Warner.
I like how he says it's a Newcastle question. That's not really a Newcastle question.
Yeah,
is
but
it?
you
to be
should
fair,
remember
it was
that.
tailored at you.
This one's a Villa
Got
question,
promoted.
and this one's a Villa question. There's two. There's
Are you
2
keeping
points.
scores, by the way?
Wait. So
I've got 2. You've got 1.
yeah.
Cam's gonna see.
I've got note.
Basically, this one, there's 2 points on the board. Whoever buzzes in first, so
My Villa
say,
and
I'll read the question out
Liverpool.
after. But say I'm gonna ask for 2 players, and imagine I'm talking about Man City players, right? And you say it's a Villa question, and you say Aguero and Dzeko, right? If Xhaka isn't one of the answers, even though he did just
so basically, if I say
you
one of them
you
and
get
one's
the
wrong,
Aguero, but the other one gets
That
you
was
get
a
frozen
very
off.
long-winded way of
Yeah,
saying if you get one of them, you get an answer.
Yeah,
right?
I know. I just try to give an example. Okay,
But then
when
the other one goes to the other player.
Yeah. When Aston Villa got beaten in the cup final versus Manchester City, who were the two players who played in that final, who started in the final, who are still there now? There was two players who started in that final who are still there now.
Tyrone Mings and do I have to give both of them now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's harder. Tyrone Mings.
But you've got 1 point. He's got 1 point.
Tyrone
to write
Mings,
that down.
he'll have played. I don't think Ezri Konsa.
You shouldn't have buzzed. You're gonna have to get a timer.
Right. Okay. Let's think of the team who might have played.
I'm trying to think of who would have been in it because it was.
Let him cook.
I don't know.
I'm
just gonna guess Konsa then because I don't know.
He was on the bench. He was still quite young, Konsa then.
So I've got 1 point for Mings. So.
You got 1 point for Mings. The other one is
Was not Emi Martinez?
incorrect.
Did he
No.
not start that?
What year was?
I
Is that a
can't
clue? You
give
can't give her a clue.
Yeah, if you get it wrong, I'll give a clue up for the last one.
Hey.
So if Cam gets this wrong, are we all back in?
Yeah, for
Okay.
one guess. You got this, Cam. Just think about Villa players who are still there now.
I've got an answer, but I think it's wrong.
I think I know.
Ah,
Gotta be really, isn't it?
Did he start? You said this
He
game.
started, yeah, there was two starting in the final who are still there now at the club now.
Only two, and it wasn't that long ago. Really, that's quite surprising.
Buendia.
Incorrect. The clue I will give is... do you want the date of the final?
No, because I roughly know when it is. That
Okay.
wouldn't really.
He has been spoke about a lot today.
Yeah, me.
Dennis Louise.
You didn't say me.
Douglas Lewis.
Yeah, Cam gets 2 points.
No, I'm not Cam.
Joe
Yeah,
gets
he's
2
definitely
points. Apologies, mate.
I'm not Cam.
I was looking at Cam being like, when's he going to get a point? And I felt really bad.
I'm winning.
I'm
Yeah,
not good with
this one's a good question.
Is it right?
Yeah. Who was this is no Newcastle vs Sunderland anymore. This is just who was the player from the 2018 England World Cup squad who is currently playing his football abroad?
2018.
Go on.
Harry Kane.
I've
yeah.
I've give him a point because listen, but I've wrote in the question other than Kane and I haven't read it out like
you!
But give him a point
Yeah,
because
give
I
him a point
feel
for
bad because I've mugged him off. Or you can just don't give him a point, you can just come back in because there's Kane and
No, give us a
another-
point. You didn't say that.
Give him a point for that.
You gotta give us a point.
Alright, give him a point. Yeah, you were right. I just written
Me,
the question other than Kane.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Yes, I did write in the question other than Kane, I just didn't read it. My bad. Sorry. Apologies. You got a point though, Cam.
Get in!
His face when you said Kenny went, oh.
I forgot to write him down. Sorry, I forgot to read the
So
question.
you're on 4 now, aren't you?
Nah, I'm on 6.
Oh yeah, because you got the 2. Didn't you?
I got both Villa. I got the Sunderland one. I got that one. And I
This is
got
another one where it's 2, by the way. There's 2 answers for it. Okay. In the famous Manchester derby where Wayne Rooney scored an overhead kick winner, who were the other 2 scorers in that game?
Jesus.
Me. Berbatov.
Incorrect, but they also have to finish 2-1, I'll say that. So there's 2 scorers. Yeah, so you can have another guess. Oh yeah, you got it wrong, so you're frozen out, doesn't matter. I forgot how my own quiz worked. Not bad. I'll give a clue for one.
Me?
Oh, give one then.
Oh, I'm wrong. I'm thinking about Derby before. I think Craig Bellamy.
Incorrect. I can give you a.
I think he scored the year before.
I can give you a clue. One of the goal scorers got the assist for Rooney's overhead kick.
Oh, well, I know one of them. But it's Cam way frozen out.
Who played the ballon?
And then just guess a City player.
Was it Nani who played the ballon?
Come on, Cam. That's one.
Oh,
Now you just have to guess
And
a
then
City player.
the Man City player.
Just think of a really good City player. It's not actually. It's actually quite simple.
Aguero.
Nah.
It was
You
before.
on
It was
the-
before.
Is
Aguero,
it
man.
David Silva?
Yes, it's David Silva.
Do I get a point for that or not?
Yeah, you get a point for David Silva, and then he gets a point for
Nani.
Nani. I know I kind of gave the clue a bit early. Okay, this one's a Ballon d'Or
That's
question.
right, I just.
Oh, didn't get me started on the Ballon d'Or.
Gets all the bloody clues.
You got to wait
Yeah,
till you know.
I'll stop. Actually, I'll stop doing that. Who won the Ballon d'Or before, like Ronaldo or Messi, like the last player since
Me.
they first won it?
Me, Kaka.
Yeah, that's correct. That was an easier question than I thought. This one's.
Joe's running
We
away with
spoke.
this.
We spoke about him on the podcast. This guy on the podcast the other week. What nationality was Benoit Assewakoto?
Oh.
Sorry.
The footballer who's left back who's played for
Was I not
Tottenham.
on this podcast?
I don't remember talking about Asuka.
Oh, maybe I spoke about it on another podcast.
Maybe we did talk about it.
Maybe we did.
Might have mentioned
I think we mentioned him.
He's
So
African.
what was the question, sorry?
Where's he from?
Which nationality is Benoit Asuakoto? Left back who's played for Tottenham.
Me. Cameroon.
Well done, Finn. That's a point.
I was gonna say.
Why don't I just back myself?
Did you think Cameroon?
I was thinking Cameroon.
I think we're all thinking Cameroon. I was
Okay.
thinking Cameroon.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
Who was Fulham's manager before Marco Silva? This is the last trivia question.
Me. Oh no. Scott Parker.
Correct.
I was tossing between him and Slavisia, kind of it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was
this-
like, wait,
this-
was there one between them?
There's 3 who am I's here. So basically, like I've said, I'll say 3 players. You get a guess at 3 points, etc. Everyone can have a pop. Okay, but if you want to pass, because these are quite hard. I've played with Lionel Messi, Dan Burn, and Ivan Perisic.
Okay.
Oh, there was only one I was thinking of. But
Lionel Messi, Dan Burn, and Ivan Perisic.
Cam McAllister.
Incorrect. He hasn't played with Perisic.
Me.
Oh,
Basuma. I don't know when he would have played
Incorrect.
with Messi, like, but
I think. No, I was gonna say something daft there, but it's definitely not. Yous have both had a guess, so I should have a guess, really. Me. Carlos Sanchez.
Incorrect.
Right, so
I won the Champions League, 3 La Ligas, and 2 Copa del Reys.
Christ.
so it was Barcelona he played with Messi then, surely. So it's Dan Burn, Messi, and Ivan Perisic.
This is a hard one, by the way. I didn't realise how hard this was. The other 2 are easier. This one I'm just testing your ball knowledge. I'm making your brains work.
Mate, honestly.
I don't know. On this one,
Yeah,
what nationality is he? That might help.
That's the next
Yeah,
1 point.
go on, just go
Okay.
nationality. So
Not want to guess, go?
any of us are getting this.
Okay. I'm a Spanish right back. I never played for Spain's first team despite playing all the way from the under-16 to the under-23s. A Spanish right back.
I'm
play for the Spanish national team?
But he's Spanish. And he played for all the academy.
Me, Montoya.
Correct. That's great shout, Martin Montoya. Brilliant shout. He played with Perisic at Inter, Dan Burn at Brighton, and Messi at Barcelona. Okay.
I remember his slight stint at Brighton. That's what got me.
That's 1 point for you. Okay. I've played with Del Piero, Gundogan, and Felipe Anderson.
Gundogan.
Gundogan.
That is
Gundogan.
Spanish brother. Gundogan.
Gundogan.
His Mexican drug
Ilkay Gundogan.
Juan.
Del Piero, Gundogan, and Felipe Anderson.
Yeah, Gundogan and Felipe Anderson. So he must be. Del Piero's been done a while now.
Yeah, that is.
Felipe Anderson.
I made this. I can't remember. Oh no, I do know who played with Del Piero.
Me, Zabaleta.
Incorrect.
For West Ham. But then was he at West Ham when Anderson was there?
Yeah, I think he would have been actually. It's not a bad shout.
I just thought.
That's actually a really good shout.
I don't know if he played.
He
with
might
Del
have
Piero.
low-key played with all 3. He's just not my answer. Now I'm thinking he might have played with all 3.
with Del Piero,
Yeah,
I don't think,
he
will he?
played with Del Piero.
Again, I don't. Tough these.
Come on, Cam. I can give the next one if you want, unless you want to just take a pop.
I'll help with the next one.
Yeah, I'll go with the next one, then Finley will come back in.
I played 55 games for Italy, scoring 15 goals.
Oh, he's Italian.
It's not a bad record.
Wait, so 55 goals for Italy?
15 goals for Italy.
Oh, I was going to say. 15 goals for Italy. 15.
And played 50 games. Well, actually,
played
he'll have
50.
probably played more. I made this a while ago for Maluk, so he's played more than 50 games, and more than 50 goals. But what the point is
Wait, so-
that he's Italian,
So he's.
and he scored a lot of
Anderson-
goals for Italy.
Anderson, Del Piero, and.
Gundogan.
Gundogan.
Gundogan. Gundogan.
Oh.
Oh.
Me?
Wow.
Yeah, this is wrong. Balotelli?
Incorrect.
I'm trying to think where.
Where's Gundogan been with an Italian? What? Because
Cam's brain's work.
My brain.
Italian.
Cam's just thinking football.
Have you got another clue?
Yeah, one more.
Del Piero, Gundogan, and who was the last one?
So obviously it brings Joe back
Felipe
in.
Anderson.
Yeah.
Gundogan, Felipe Anderson.
If no one gets on the next one, I'll give you the clubs he played with them all for.
Yeah, please do.
Okay,
honestly.
I am
Next clue.
8th in the all-time Serie A top goal scorers.
Oh, that doesn't help.
Yeah, no,
really
no.
Really?
No.
Just think of really good Serie A strikers.
Me, Di Natale.
Incorrect. Just take a pop at a Serie A striker, pretty much. An Italian from Syria.
Still playing now?
No, because
He is still playing now.
I'm gonna go Gianluca Scamacca.
Incorrect.
I know he's not 8th.
He literally only scored his first goal for Italy against England.
He scored
No, but
14
you're saying
since.
8th all-time Syria.
8th
Not
all-time Serie. Yeah, but he scored.
No, he scored 15 for Italy as well, though, didn't he?
Potentially about 17. 18
Oh
now.
yeah. I forgot about that.
Do you want the clubs he played with them all for?
Go on them.
Yeah,
He played
bring us
at
all
Juventus with Del Piero, Dortmund with Gundogan, and Lazio Felipe Anderson.
That's what I was thinking anyway. Doesn't really
back.
help.
Yeah, no, that's not helped.
He only.
So
Oh
what,
my god.
What are the 3 clubs?
Cam.
Oh,
Just see it.
Wait, what-
Back
what?
yourself, man. Back yourself.
no, because mine's so basic that I probably won't
Yeah.
play. Immobile.
Correct. Well done. He's got it.
Yeah.
I'm
Fair
honestly very surprised you didn't get that earlier.
Immobile is shit.
I forgot.
It was when you said.
Dortmund.
Do you know what it is? When you said Lazio.
Yeah.
He said Lazio ages ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
I forgot. He played
Last
Dortmund,
one. I would have gone more, but yes, I'll make these for next time because these actually you're enjoying these, I think, unless they're not. I have played with Danilo Pereira, Nelson Semedo, and Santiago Virgini.
Who was the first one? Is that the
Danilo Pereira.
Porto one? Is that the Porto
Yeah,
Pereira?
it is.
He played at PSG as well.
Yeah.
PSG.
So what is it? So it's Pereira.
Nelson Semedo and Santiago Virgini.
Jesus.
Virginia, I think, only played for us in
Yeah.
like
It
in
can
England.
be international. I'm not saying Virginia is
right.
international, but I'm not saying any of them international, but it can be international.
Virgini,
Semedo.
Semedo.
And who was the other one?
Danilo Pereira.
Oh, Pereira.
They are 3 obscure
I'm
players.
guessing he's a Portuguese fella, maybe, because there's 2 Portuguese players on there. Isn't there? Danilo Pereira and who's?
Pereira and
Nelson
Semedo.
Semedo.
Semedo, yeah.
Portuguese for Sunderland.
I don't know. Portuguese for Sunderland. I feel like it wouldn't be though, because he wouldn't put a
Oh.
Sunderland player on. I don't think.
No.
But
I don't know why. I'm going Manuel Ugarte.
Incorrect.
Uruguayan. I think he's Uruguayan anyway. Was Virginia even
whoa,
Uruguayan?
whoa! Me? Is it Seb Coates?
Incorrect.
Oh man,
Oh, that was a good shout.
'Cause he
It's
played.
like-
With, he played with Virginie and he played.
Virgini's
With,
Uruguayan, isn't he?
no, he's Argentinian. Virginie.
Oh, that's where I've got
Go
it.
on, give her the
mixed
next
up.
clue when these two.
Do you want to take a guess?
Nah, I'm nowhere near.
Okay.
Mate.
I've won the World Cup and the Champions League. He might have won more than one Champions League, but he has won both of them.
Oh, he's won the World Cup.
So hopefully that should.
That narrows it
confirm.
down. He
He's
won the
won.
World Cup.
No, he wouldn't have played with.
I think he might be an Argentinian then.
Pereira is quite recent at PSG.
Oh,
though,
hang on. Played with Virginie, but I don't know if Virginie ever played for
Semedo?
Argentina.
He did.
Virginie.
Virginia played for Argentina.
I think you've,
Then I think I might.
is he
have-
Argentinian?
He is Argentinian.
Oh no, I don't have it then.
So he's
Argentinian.
Argentinian. He's played with Semedo.
And Danilo
Pereira.
Pereira.
Me?
Go on then.
Lionel Messi.
It is Lionel Messi.
Yes.
Why is it-
Semedo at Barcelona,
Barcelona.
Pereira with PSG,
And then
Yeah.
Virginie
and
with
Virginia at the end
Argentina.
of the team.
Yeah.
Santiago.
Okay.
I didn't know he'd played for Argentina. To be honest.
I
with you.
might have another Who Am I question if you want to do one, because I did one
Yeah,
ages
go for it.
ago.
Oh, what's the scores? What's the scores?
Joe's on 8, I'm on 5, you're on 3.
Oh, I've got 3.
Cam's got points.
I've got points.
I've got points. It's my first time doing one of the quizzes.
Okay. Wait though.
Yeah, my ball knowledge
Okay,
is dead.
this is the last
So is
one.
mine,
This is the last one.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
That's a cool.
my
noise.
B-reel's just gonna. It was mine to B-reel at the same time. Okay. I've played with Kanate, Danny Simpson, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Jesus.
Can I add Danny Simpson and Aubameyang?
Aubameyang.
Hmm.
Me. N'Golo Kante.
Incorrect.
French, Leicester, and Chelsea. Aubameyang was at Chelsea, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But I don't
He
know.
did actually play with all three of them.
I
He's just
know,
not my
yeah,
answer.
You're right there.
He
Can I
did
get a
actually.
point?
Yeah, give him a point for that.
You can have a point for
Yeah,
that.
I think that
You
is
did,
right,
he
yeah.
did actually play with all three.
You've got it.
No,
No, someone else got a point earlier for a
Same
correct player.
Kane, wasn't it?
No, but yeah,
And it
because
wasn't
you
the
asked the
actual
question.
one.
There is obviously going to be players who like overlap naturally.
So hang on, Danny Simpson. Who's over there?
Kanate and Aubameyang.
I don't know anyone else.
Danny Simpson. played for
Us.
Newcastle, Leicester, Man United, but it won't be any. It must be Leicester.
It's none of the clubs you said.
It's not Leicester.
So hang on.
And it's not Sunderland, Newcastle, or Man United. I don't even know why.
Who the hell's he played for? Did he not come from Hull? Did he play for Hull?
Oh, has he played for England?
Oh yeah, he has.
You might have to get a clue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually stay out of it because I've got a point.
I'll go
Let
the next one if you want.
Go on, then go on the next one.
I've played 3 games for my national team, scoring once.
It's England. So.
Danny Simpson scoring for England, you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's
Who were the other two
he's
players?
told us.
Aubameyang
Right
and...
back.
Konate and Simpson.
Konate and Aubameyang would have played.
I feel like you're playing too much around the Danny Simpson one. I feel like there's
he's
another
one of them.
one of the other.
There's only 3 people.
No, but one of the other 2. I think you have to like. Aubameyang's been everywhere.
How many goals did you say he
so
scored
look
for
at the other
England?
He's definitely not going to be.
Did you say how many
Gabonese.
goals he scored for England?
one. 3 games. I didn't say for England, but he's played 3 games for his national team, scoring once. Didn't say he played for
He's
England.
played with Aubameyang and Konate.
Yeah, I'd work if I'll give
Me,
you.
is it Oxlade-Chamberlain?
Incorrect.
Because he'll have played with Aubameyang at Arsenal. He'll have played with Konate at Liverpool.
We're not
He's
sure.
played more games.
We're not sure if he played with Simpson. Right, I wear the number 10 for my club, and I am rumoured to be leaving.
Am I back in here, or is it just
Yeah,
now?
yeah, back on.
Rumoured to be leaving his club wearing the number 10.
I'll give you a clue. It's a Premier League club.
I don't think he's English then.
But then he's got to be French.
Just go through all the number 10 in the Prem.
That one's tough.
Rumoured to be leaving, but the window's just shut. So it's someone who's like been linked with a move away for a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie. When we're all thinking, it's a very
Boring
it's a good podcast.
boring part of the podcast.
It's good for thinking.
All the people at home will be screaming the answers at the.
Number 10. Number 10. Number 10. Who wears number 10?
Can you like somehow show me and then I can like help
Just
them
guess.
as well? No, I don't know it, but I've got a point, so I just want to set out.
10. 10.
10. He
10.
plays for a top 6 club.
10.
Like stand up and like
Hang
show
on
me
then.
here.
Mate, it's impossible because the writing's that small.
10. Where's 10?
I'll text you.
Alright.
Played with Danny Simpson, Aubameyang, and Konate.
Where they?
I don't even really know. I
This
can't even really
is-
think of number 10s.
And he's number
Have you
10.
got another clue for them?
6 club.
Do you know who that is? Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
He's a current number 10, but you're asking him, does he know who it is?
Right, I get you. Cool.
Good one,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That is.
He's a
yeah.
current number 10, but you asked him, do you know who that is?
No, because I wrote an
because of the way he
abbreviation.
wrote it,
Oh,
yeah.
right, okay. So you
And he's
do
a
know
top
who it
6
is.
club, so
That-
just
that-
think.
I mean, that's another clue. He wrote his name in abbreviation. To me,
An abbreviation?
he put 3 letters to describe this guy.
All right.
Eddie Howe and Jason Tyndall.
Emil Smith-Rowe.
There we
Yeah.
go. Don't give him a point there. I pretty much give him the.
Didn't
Yeah.
get a point for that.
Do you know
I
who
mean, you
played
won
with
anyway.
who? Do you know when who played with?
He must have played with Simpson at Huddersfield.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Kanai at Leipzig.
Oh, shit, yeah. He went to Leipzig
Smith-Rowe
on
went to
loan, didn't
Leipzig
he?
on loan,
Yeah.
and then I don't have any more, but I do have 2 career paths.
Okay.
We have time, to be fair.
Yeah, got loads of time.
I only have 2. So career
Fine.
path number 1, started at B Scott. I don't have dates, but started at B Scott.
Love that too.
Moved to Celtic,
Celtic.
then went to Southampton.
Me, Van Dijk.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Then went to Tottenham Hotspur. Then went to Montreal Impact.
oh God.
Ooh, Celtic, Southampton, Tottenham. Who's done that? Mino, Fraser Forster.
Incorrect.
Me, what was that? Me?
Mino. Mino. He has done that. He went
Mino.
to Celtic, Southampton, Tottenham. He might
Yeah,
not
but
have done
not-
the other 2.
Yeah.
Because he's still at
Yeah,
Tottenham,
so-
so I don't think he went to
I
Montreal.
totally forgot as well about the first one.
That's crazy how many went from Celtic to Southampton to Tottenham, though.
I think
That is
Fraser
a bit-
Forster's bounced around a few clubs as
He
well.
went Newcastle.
Yeah.
He was in Newcastle.
Did he?
Fraser
He
Forster.
started at Newcastle, didn't he?
Started at Newcastle.
Aye. Has he been anywhere else? Well, I don't know.
To be fair to Van Dijk, but I jumped.
It's
the
just
gun
you,
early.
Cam. Like frozen out.
Celtic, Southampton.
I thought this was really easy.
Probably is.
Well, it's easy for you because you've got the answer.
No, but
Oh, maybe. No, I don't know. No, I don't know.
I've got a clue, mate. Pass.
Do you want to his nationality? Nah, you'll get it straight away. He scored a worldie against Liverpool.
Do nationality.
Oh, me, Victor Wanyama.
Victor Wanyama. I was going to give you Kenya.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he's probably the only Kenyan footballer.
He's probably the only Kenyan footballer in the world. So, okay, next one. Started at Sporting Lisbon, then went to Barcelona, then went to Porto, then went to Inter Milan, then went to Chelsea on loan, then went to Besiktas, then went to Al Ahly, then went to Porto, then went to Besiktas again, then went to Kasip and Pasa, then went to Victor.
I think I've jumped the gun a little bit because I was going to say Quaresma.
Right.
Is it Quaresma?
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Quaresma. Well done. That. If I don't think I have any more.
No, that's. I mean, Joe ran away with it. To be fair.
Joe did run away
Joe,
with it.
you got 10 points. I got 6. Cam, you got 3.
Oh, wait, I actually have got a really good question. Wait, sorry, I've got one more question which I want to ask because I made a quiz ages ago, and yeah, okay. Who were the last? Wait, I can't even.
Sorry, lads.
Well, Cam's just left for the toilet.
Who were the last one?
Oh, can you name 3 of the last 5 teams to win Ligue 1, not including PSG?
Nice.
Monaco.
Incorrect.
Nice didn't win it, sorry.
Monaco.
I mean, Lille, Monaco.
Lille, Monaco.
That's 2.
Who'd
you say?
I said Monaco.
I said Lille.
So you got 1 each.
Leon.
Nah.
I said it about 4
Said it about
times.
That's why I was in you. That's why I was in you. I thought you were repeating Lille.
No, I said Leon.
Lille.
I always used to think Lille and Lyon were a derby.
No, well, I mean, it's one of them. Marseille.
Yeah, Marseille and
That
then
must have been a while ago.
Yeah.
Marseille and then Montpellier. Won it.
Montpellier won it.
Montpellier.
Because PSG just had a chokehold on it, really, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lille won it a couple of years back.
Any other questions going? I like questions.
Yeah, I could keep asking the question until Cam's back.
Yeah, might as well because we've got to do Prem predictions and obviously we can't do that without Cam.
Without
so
Cam.
we'll do a bit of games. You know, we just love how rough this podcast is at times. Cam's gone for a wee. So
Okay, who is Aston Villa's all-time top goal scorer?
These
are getting
it's
all
Gabriel
time.
Banglaho.
He's
Correct.
no, he can't be all time. Must be
He is.
Premier League.
Well, yeah, it's probably Premier
I
League.
was going to say there'll be someone who scored more than him.
Which famous brothers are relatives of Abedi Pele?
Sorry.
Which famous brothers, footballers' brothers, are relatives of Abedi Pele? I think he's the uncle or the granddad. He's a relative.
What famous brothers?
Famous footballing brothers.
Football?
Played around the Premier League. I think they're both currently in the Premier League, unless one of them left.
Oh, me. The Ayus.
The Ayew brothers are Jordan and Andrew.
Yeah. I didn't know he was the uncle, to be fair.
No. I don't think Andre Ayew's still in the Premier League.
He was. He was at Nottingham Forest, I think, last season.
Oh, yeah,
but I think he
no.
might be abroad now, maybe.
Name 2 of the 5 teams to finish second in the league and lose a Champions League final in the same season.
Me. Liverpool did it.
Yeah, Liverpool
And
did.
Leverkusen.
Correct.
Wow.
Leverkusen lost it on the last day or something, I think.
Dortmund did that last season.
Munich, Dortmund, Chelsea, and AC Milan.
Is that all the
No,
clubs?
I've still got more.
Obviously, is that all the
Can
clubs,
you
so-
name
yeah.
one of the 3 players to score
Doesn't
a hat-trick
suit me
for
much.
England while not playing for an English club?
What? Sorry?
Can you name one of the 3 players to score a hat-trick for England while not playing for an English club?
Gary Lineker?
That was going to be mine.
Yeah,
guess.
Gary Lineker, Michael Owen and David Platt.
I wouldn't have gotten David Platt.
No.
I would have got Michael Owen.
I wouldn't think I'd get no one. I would have got Lineker.
How many
Barcelona, innit?
Premier League appearances did Cristiano Ronaldo make
God.
with a leeway of 5
What in total? Like of both stints
Premier League
added?
Premier League appearances, mate? I didn't see him
Wow.
once.
274.
Incorrect.
289.
Incorrect. It's 209.
Oh wow.
It's only 209. Who is well known as the man who died standing?
Me. Roberto Baggio.
Correct. And then last one.
Christmas time, I'm whack on with Baggio Christmas jumper.
What is the smallest country in terms of density and population to qualify for a World Cup?
I was wondering where you were going with that question. I was like, how's that sport?
To qualify for a World Cup. Me? Panama?
Incorrect.
Ooh, Honduras.
Incorrect.
I don't even know.
I'll
if
give you a
they're
clue. It's a
massive or not.
European country.
European.
Andorra.
Incorrect.
I don't know. Kosovo.
They were in a group with Argentina and Nigeria.
Argentina. That was 2014, I think.
It was Argentina, Nigeria, and Croatia. 2018.
Oh, 2018. Jesus.
The Messi missed a penalty against them. It got saved.
What?
2018 World Cup.
Costa Rica?
When you think
Oh,
about it.
they're not European. What am I talking about?
Anything about 2018 World Cup?
They
that's
beat
difficult.
England in the Euros.
Oh, it's Iceland.
It is Iceland. I pretty much gave the answer there. I've now
I
got.
wouldn't have put them as a small country.
I've got one more. I've got.
Tiny Iceland, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got a really, really hard one, but you're never going to get it.
Go on.
Who missed Arsenal's penalties when they lost to Bradford in the AFL Cup?
Oh my god.
Was this tailored at your cousin?
Yeah.
Maitland
yeah.
Niles.
No, it was about 20.
Maitland Niles was still in primary
Yeah,
school.
it was about 2011 or 2012.
I was going to say,
I
don't
can
even
give
know
you a
the
clue.
year
One
it
was
is.
at number. I'd say two of them were number 10s.
Theo Walcott.
One of them I barely remember actually. Remember watching. He was Moroccan, and then the other one was
Shamak.
centre back. Marouane.
Shamak missed.
And one of them's a centre back.
Centre Mertesacker, did he miss?
Nah.
Giroud?
Nah.
Not Giroud. Juru.
Oh no.
Koscielny.
No.
I'm just naming Arsenal centre backs.
Yeah, you've said all of them except for him, pretty much. This guy.
Vermaelen.
Yeah,
Chambers.
Vermaelen. Then the last one is very surprising that he missed it.
Cazorla.
It
I was
was.
watching. You know what? It was on
That's
a few
great
weeks back.
by
I
you.
remember Cazorla missing it. They wore like a purple kit, didn't they?
Yeah, I've got another Arsenal one.
Oh,
Who was the first club Lucas Podolski played for after leaving Arsenal?
after leaving Arsenal.
Galatasaray.
Incorrect.
I don't even know where he went after Arsenal. Wolfsburg.
Incorrect. He went to Inter Milan on loan. I've got a career path because Cam's taking a piss,
Yeah, what?
literally.
What's going on here?
What's going on?
Uh, Portsmouth, Milan. I think it's in there. I haven't actually written down. Schalke, back to Milan. It's either Inter or IC, so think
it's
about it. in your
and it's
head.
Kevin Prince Boateng.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was Inter or IC. Another one, I've got Porto, Man United,
Here he
AC
comes.
Milan, back to Man United.
Porto, what? Sorry.
Porto,
comes.
Man United, AC Milan, back to Man United.
Porto, Milan,
There he is.
ESC.
Right, he's back. We can actually
get
get on
stuck
Premier
on
League
the tour?
predictions.
I
in
want
a
to
minute.
get this one.
Apologies,
Porto, Milan, ESC.
It's life
back
or
to
death,
Man United. Porto, Milan.
No,
Yes.
Porto, Man United,
Oh, Porto, Man United.
Basically,
ESC.
we've just been doing more games whilst you were gone.
While you were
because obviously we've
gone,
got
so the
Prem predictions coming
podcast
up.
is going to be fuming at you because we want to do our
Bebby.
Nah,
That's not Bebby.
it's Diogo Dalot.
Right, because
Oh, he went on
of
loan,
Cam's
didn't he?
disappearance, and I'm sure you won't mind as being Newcastle fans, we're going to do a quick Champions League section before our predictions for
Or a
next
5-0 win that was
weekends.
for Newcastle last night.
Yeah.
Was good, wasn't it?
Yeah. Just for a bit of context, that's what Rob said just that, and see us winning by 4 or 5 goals.
Yeah, he did say that. But instead, Dortmund
There's a reason I
actually-
didn't come in yesterday, and that was just
Dortmund-
because I didn't want to tell anyone.
Yeah, Dortmund actually played very well.
They did.
They were a lot better than I thought they'd be.
They
just were so
played
slick,
Newcastle off their own backyard.
and it's
but-
absolutely embarrassing atmosphere apparently at St James's Park,
I-
which is not great.
Something I'd like to address is that you've got a bit of an injury crisis. Isaac went off with what looked like a hamstring pull.
groin.
Groin
Murphy
it was
went off
recurrence.
within 5 minutes of being on the pitch.
with
dislocated.
dislocated shoulder,
And,
so he's going to be out for about 3 months.
and you're saying goodbye to Tonali, which was probably his last home game.
Yeah, nah.
For
And
10
then
months.
Botman's still out for a few weeks. Joe Willock's still not fully fit, even though he played yesterday.
So you've got a bit of an injury crisis going on. You're now third in the Champions League group.
On head-to-head, isn't it? Third on Champions League group on head-to-head because we've got better goal difference than Dortmund, but we're third on head-to-head.
Yeah, I thought you were quite poor yesterday. I thought you would be better than you were.
I thought
mean,
Anthony Gordon was
you were
good.
unlucky not to equalise when you
Scored.
just hit the bar.
Callum
Little.
Wilson
Twice.
missed a sitter.
He did. There was a big chance.
Because me and my dad were talking about this. Callum Wilson's a very good like a very bang average Premier League striker. Like he'll score you a lot of goals in the Premier League, but that step, I don't think people realise the step from the Premier League to the Champions League. It is the elite of the elite. Callum Wilson is just nowhere near that level. Like I think there's about 4 or 5 players in our squad who are nowhere near that
I think
level.
you're doing a bit of a disservice to your striker there, to be fair. I don't think Wilson's that bad.
He, outside of goal scoring, he is shocking, and you need more than that.
Yeah,
in
but
the
to be
Champions
fair,
League.
that was what let him down yesterday.
It was his goal scoring. Exactly. Like Isaac is 100 times the player of Callum Wilson.
Isaac seems to pick up a lot of knocks, though. Doesn't
He does. He seems a bit injury prone. He's always had apparently the same knee injury throughout his career, and now it's a groin. It's just like it's
I
not.
think
I
I
disagree
saw
with you on
last
that. You
night-
know, not about Isaac being the better player. I think Isaac is the better player, but I think Wilson in the final third, he just gives you something else. Like he's just not
I think
not
he gives you what-
technically with his feet. Like he's not like fancy with like step overs, like little touches.
No,
and
but
that.
look when the ball
But
got
his
put in the box.
movement is just so.
his movement got into a very good area, but the inability to be able to trap a ball into your feet as a footballer in the Champions League is ridiculous.
His football knowledge, the one I want to talk about, and I know it's not Champions League out like that, but last season when we drew 3-3 with Man City, the ball came into him, and his first touch was mint because he just took the defender away. And that's what gave him the goal.
Yeah, I would also like to say that he was very unlucky not to score last night.
Yeah,
I think his header that hit the crossbar was very unfortunate.
I said it in the group chat, once Callum Wilson went off the pitch, we had no ideas how to build up. The thing
Isaac.
is...
Yeah, you mean Isaac.
When Isaac went off, sorry. The way Isaac can kind of screen a back line, he forces defenders on, he forces like sixes to man mark him, he forces you to stay touch tight with him because he's that tricky, he's that lanky, he's got that, like, he turns his body so well, and that allows space for us to go and find areas in the pitch. Will Longstaff with Joe Linton. Literally,
for me, though,
everyone said that the game changed after 15 minutes. What minute did Alexander Isak go off? About the 15th.
I don't even think it changed after 15. I thought they could have been 1-0 up straight away.
Yeah, they could have been 1-0 up straight away, but we actually were building up. We were. I think if Isaac stays on, I think that game becomes more ours. And I think we eventually build up through them, and we eventually score a very well worked goal. But nothing was being well worked. Everything was being forced. We were forcing it down the line. We were forcing it into the channels. Newcastle usually don't force things. We force our press, which works to create turnovers. But we looked out of ideas. But
what you've said there, though, you sound like you're very heavily reliant on Isaac.
I am, because
You are.
I am. Because
but then
I am watching him
sound like a one-man team.
No,
and yet you're banging on about Gordon and Murphy.
The thing is, though, Gordon was our best player last night. Gordon was our best player. Bruno played well last night.
Bruno did not play well last night.
Bruno played well last night. He did.
Bruno was the worst out of our midfield three. Every time he got the ball, he lost it. He was trying like outside the foot passes when he had a 5-yard pass there, and he was trying. Everything was awful.
I disagree with
Fabian
the
Shaw and Lascelles were good yesterday. Gordon was good, and Almiron was good for about 65 minutes. Almiron was very good for about... Longstaff was shocking. Joe Linton was shocking. Bruno was shocking. Dan Burn was horrific. Trippier was actually reasonably good. Nick Pope was very good. The goal wasn't his fault.
Trippier. I know it sounds horrible, but Trippier was quite poor yesterday.
Trippier was nowhere near his standard yesterday.
I think overall you were just quite poor.
I thought Gordon...
It didn't feel like you were at home. It didn't feel like...
Shaw was good.
I mean, like you said, the atmosphere was... It was awful from minute one, though. I didn't see any of the atmosphere.
I think pre-match before flags and stuff like that, like the flags and that were good. But do you know what it is? Like after 10 minutes, and it just seemed a bit flat. The atmosphere. The only thing good about the atmosphere was the Dortmund fans.
I think that's embarrassing for Newcastle in the Champions League, because our whole hope of getting out that group was the 3 games at home we win, the 3 games away we might snatch a point, and that's 10 points, and that should be enough to go through, or at least drop into the Europa League in a very tough group.
I think your hope of getting out the group was beating PSG at home.
Our hope of getting out the group now is picking up 3 points away at 2 of the hardest places to go in Europe, and then a win at home against Milan, who I'm pretty sure have very good away form, and are just a better team than us.
Beat last night, didn't they, on PSG?
Yeah, they got battered off PSG.
Did
you see Mbappe's goal?
Yeah, good goal.
He's so fucking good, man. I think he's the best player on the planet. Like,
I thought
I can't
one of the results I looked at and was like, wow, was Celtic's draw with Atletico.
Yeah, Atletico.
Yeah, they were 1-0 up, and then 2-1 up. Aye.
So really, they would sort of.
I flipped it over as well after
I
watched the Newcastle game, because like there was still out of time left in the Celtic game, and I mean Atletico had 10 men in the end. DePaul got sent off, but like Simeone was like fist pumping at the end when they got a draw. They were obviously hanging on a bit, but that cost us 20 quid, unfortunately. So.
The one thing I'd like to say about your squad, just going back to it briefly before we move on, because we're a bit conscious of time now, trying to get the predictions in, is that I think you can start to see fatigue throughout your squad.
I agree.
Settling in.
I knew it would happen. That's my worry about us getting to 4 to 5. Like
my literally from the start of the season, I said that your squad depth was going to let you down, and I think that's what's going to start happening, especially with obviously Tnardy being out for 10 months. Obviously no one could predict that,
especially when the December fixtures come in as well, especially if we go through in the Carabao Cup against Manchester United. We're going to have like, it'll be Monday, Wednesday, not Monday, Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday, Sunday.
Are you just going to keep going like that?
Yeah, literally, like the entire month I don't think we'll have a full week.
But do you see we're beating Man United?
What?
Do you see us beating Man United away?
I think we're going to have Paul Dummett and Fabian Schär at the back. Of Paul Dummett, and I think we'll start Dummett, Lascelles, Livramento, and Hall as our back four. And I really see that happening. Maybe Matt Tartt was good when he came on yesterday, by the way. Looked like a breath of fresh air.
It's balling to Wilson.
It's balling to Wilson. He was he was being aggressive, which just go get Theo.
I think a special mention after a very difficult few months for both these players. Maguire and Onana were actually the unlikely heroes for United in midweek against Copenhagen.
Get in, but
Maguire scoring and Onana making. I mean, it was a poor penalty, but
if Maguire sticks in that squad, I'd like to formally apologise to Harry Maguire for not having him in my England team. I just didn't see him getting football played. But we all said that if he plays, it's him. It's him. Like if he plays, we all know how good he is. Yeah. Like he is a top centre back. And Onana, I'm glad, man. I'm glad because. Do you know what I'm glad about? I'm glad because these people on Twitter and stuff have slated Onana's mistakes, but and they wouldn't have slated David De Gea when he's realistically 100 times the keeper of De Gea.
David De Gea is horrific. However, I'm still not convinced by Onana. Sometimes makes comfortable things look very uncomfortable.
He's. But the thing is, what I explained to Onana, I explained it to someone before that he'll make a save that not many keepers in the world can make, but then he'll let a shot in, which a championship keeper would save. Like, he's really weird. Like, he's very good. His athleticism is very good. He's very explosive, but low shots or shots straight at him.
And he's
better than De Gea.
Obviously, when Onana signed, it was all like, oh, he's great with his feet. But I've been quite surprised with how bad he's been with his feet.
He's comfortable with the ball. I think that sometimes he's downfall. He's too comfortable.
He acts like he's no
got
one's
too much confidence.
But you see some of the balls he plays, right? They don't get played on repeat. Where if Alisson was doing it, get played over and over again. But I've seen it happen a few times watching Man United, where I'm like, he is so good, but his shot stopping does let him down. It may not let him down a bit at Inter and Ajax. No one's ever said that he was a world class shot stopper. He's just a world class sweeper and a world class distributor.
Did anyone say this thing about De Gea, by the way?
Yeah, he might be
going back on a short term contract because they're worried Onana's going to go to AFCON.
Yeah, so then they'll have to have Tom Ayton go.
What a ridiculous decision that was then.
I think
they've signed a keeper though. They've got a goalie. They've got Bayinde, haven't they?
Yeah.
So why sign him if you don't think he's good enough?
Don't know, but De Gea's been in and around the Man United squad as well recently.
They'll bring Dubravka back on loan.
That would be outrageous if they did that. If they let De Gea go in the summer and then sign him back on a short-term contract, that would be so ridiculous.
Just
sign him on another year deal.
So panic, but we could chat about United and how shambles of a club they are sometimes, but we need to get our Prem predictions in for the next round of Premier League fixtures. Has everyone got their predictions?
No, I'm going to do them off the top of my head.
Straight off the noggin.
Yeah, straight off the noggin.
So, we'll start with the early kickoff on Saturday.
What about
Friday? I'm not going to go Friday night.
Friday, which is tomorrow.
Arsenal and Spurs.
Crystal Palace versus Tottenham at Selhurst Park.
I'm going to go Tottenham.
Who?
Tottenham.
I need to score.
Tottenham.
I know, I'm thinking. I'm going to go 2-0 Tottenham Hotspur.
Joe?
I'm going to go Palace with miles to open against you, so I think Tottenham will hurt them. I'm going to go 2-0 Tottenham.
2-0 Spurs.
Get your own prediction.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 3-1. I think Crystal Palace will try and bounce back and might get a goal, but I don't think.
Thought you meant 3-1 Palace.
No.
I might think I might bounce back and batter Tottenham.
I've also gone 3-1 Spurs.
I think 3-1 Spurs,
It just rang a bell.
I don't see them scoring 3 at Selhurst Park.
Now, the early kick
on a Friday night.
On Saturday, Stamford Bridge, they host Brentford.
Never bat the early kick-off.
I'll say mine. I've actually gone 1-1. Yeah. I don't know why.
Well, I'm gonna have to change mine now because I was gonna say 1-1.
You have the same.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Chelsea.
I'm gonna stick with 2-1 Chelsea.
Cole Palmer brace. Cole Palmer and Enzo Fernandez.
Actually, is it Stamford?
You say 2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah. It's at the Bridge, isn't it?
Yeah. And Buemo will score a penalty.
Yeah.
For the FPL.
2-1. So we'll go on to the start of the 3 o'clock.
This is football heritage.
Which actually, there's only 2 3 o'clock kickoffs in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's Bournemouth better than Arsenal Sheffield United, isn't it?
Yeah, so we've got Arsenal Sheffield at the Emirates.
I'll go 3-0.
1-0 Sheffield. Nah, I reckon.
I've gone 3-0 Arsenal.
3-0 Arsenal.
I'll go 3-0 Arsenal.
We're all going 3-0 Arsenal.
Everyone going 3-0 Arsenal.
Everyone.
Fuck it, I'm going 4-1 Arsenal.
Oh.
I'll go 4-1.
Fuck it, I'm going 5-0 Sheffield United. No, joking.
Joking.
Ollie
McBurn, he's going to score a header early on.
And a big fixture Bournemouth Burnley, and it's at the Vitality Stadium. I've gone 1-0 Bournemouth.
I'm going for what he said last week. I think Bournemouth have to get 3 points, but so do Burnley. So that's why I think it's got a stinking 0-0 writ all over it. 0-0.
No.
You got 0-0?
0-0 writ all over that.
I'm going 1-1.
It's got a stinking 3 o'clock.
I think there'll be goals. I think 1-1.
I think there'll be goals, so I'll go for 2 goals in the game.
No, I think there will. Well, I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll be a boring 0-0. That's a problem.
I'm 0-0.
Okay.
It's got stinking 0-0 right all over that.
A tough trip for Newcastle. They're at Molineux against Wolves. On Saturday.
You know about the 1-1 curse, don't you? 9 out of the last 10 times we played Wolves, or maybe 8 out of the last time we drew 1-1 with them.
1-0 Wolves.
See, I made my prediction before the injuries, but I'm going to stick with it. I put 2-1 Newcastle.
I'm going 1-0 Wolves.
1-0 Wolves.
1-1. Nah. Fucking 2-0 Newcastle. Dude, no. We always play bad against Wolves, so Wolves are a good team. I think we'll beat them 2-1 though.
I think it's going to be a horrible 1-0. 1-0 Newcastle.
1-0 Newcastle.
I think 2-0 Newcastle.
It's either going to be 1-0 Newcastle or it's going to be 1-1. I'm telling you now.
It's going to be 1-1. It'll be 1-1. I have to
but
back the boys, but it'll be 1-1.
Yeah.
Like, I know for a fact.
Quite a few games on Sunday.
Yeah, the first of the Sunday, it's West Ham Everton at West Ham Stadium.
That's tough.
2-1 West Ham.
I've got 2-0 West Ham.
Yeah, I'll back 2-0 West Ham. Like,
I think Everton will score.
I'm going 2-1 Everton.
Wow.
Don't know why.
If you get that,
Just
fair
you
put
play.
said that. I don't know if that was just my ears, but you sounded a bit scouse when you said that. That's probably why you backed Everton.
I don't know why I've gone that.
2-1
But I
Everton.
just have. I've got a feeling.
It'll be a good game, I think, to be fair. The next of the Sunday games is Brighton Fulham at the Amex. I've gone 3-1 Brighton.
I think 2-0 Brighton.
I'm going to go 3-0 Brighton.
I'm going to go 1-1.
3-0, yeah, Joe?
Yeah.
And then 1-1
Ooh, I'm going to go 1-1.
Ooh.
Fulham impressed me in parts against Spurs, and Brighton haven't impressed me
The
recently.
thing with Fulham is I think they're a bit toothless. I think like they haven't got much.
Yeah, I think they can.
I don't know
I
who's
think
gonna
they can
score
out
them the
defend
goals.
Brighton though. I think they can. I think they can outwork them, and I think they can get a Harry Wilson free kick.
Oh, I've just realised what's on this weekend as well.
Next
Manchester
up is Aston Villa Luton
3-0
Town
Villa.
at Villa Park.
Is it
3-0
home
Villa.
again?
Yeah. 3-0
That
3-0
against
Villa.
Luton. What is it? It would be the most Premier League.
I'm not going to lie, I've gone 5-0 Villa.
5-0, Jesus
It
Christ.
would be the most.
Aye, but that's after a 4-1 win.
Wouldn't it be
West
the
Ham.
most
I was
Premier
going for it.
League of Premier League things
Probably.
ever?
If Luton won.
If
beat
Luton
our-
snatched a
Luton-
1-0 win,
I'm going to go Villa 3-0.
3-0.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Villa. I think Luton will score. I've backed I think I've got both teams scoring, all of them this week except for one.
Yeah, I've gone 5-0. I just went for it. I thought Luton at home.
Go big or go home.
It literally will be 5-0 or 1-0 Luton. Liverpool Forest at Anfield. I've gone 4-1 Liverpool.
2-1. 2-1 Liverpool.
I agree with him. 2-1 Liverpool. I agree with
Go
Joel.
3-0 Liverpool.
3-0.
Is that a 3? Actually, no, 3-1. 3-1, sorry.
I'm gonna go 2-1.
I'll go 3-1.
If in doubt, go 2-1. Because I can see that being a draw. Don't know why.
And the big game of the weekend, it's the Manchester Derby at Old Trafford.
I had an epiphany last night, right? That Man United beat them.
I'm going to go 2-2.
At Old Trafford, Manchester United always.
I've gone 3-2
3-2 That'll be a good game.
Cam.
No, hey
I know
man.
you're itching to give
This
it.
is hard, this.
I could see Man City
Itching
battering
to
them
give
at
it.
Old Trafford. I'm gonna go 4-1 City.
Wow. 3-1.
Yeah, I had an epiphany Man United were gonna win, but now I just have a feeling.
I have Epiphany Man United are going to win, but I'm going to say they're going to get battered.
Yeah, what?
Usually I go opposite to my epiphanies.
That's
Go
good.
2-1 City.
Okay.
Also, just in case you're wondering, England are embarrassing themselves again. It's
Name-
77 for 4. Yep.
Hey. And I think it's going to be a 93rd minute winner.
That's against Sri Lanka, isn't it?
Who?
Yeah.
Man United, Man City, like a late winner. In
So,
the
just to confirm, Palace Spurs, I've gone 3-1. Rob, you've gone 2-0. Joe, you've gone 2-0. Cam, you've gone 3-1, and that's all to Spurs. Chelsea Brentford, I went 1-1.
We
Rob,
on
you went
podcast to realise
2-1 to
how-
Chelsea. Joe, you went 2-0 to Chelsea, and Cam, you also went 2-1 to Chelsea.
Yeah. Down to 1-0 Chelsea.
He said 1-0 Chelsea.
I
I've
did
got
say
2-0,
1-0 Chelsea.
Good thing I went over it. Arsenal Sheffield, I've got everyone but Rob has gone 3-0 Arsenal. Rob went 4-1.
Change back to 3-1.
No.
Fuck you.
Fine, I will.
If it's 4-1 now, I'm gonna be fuming. You know, I'm gonna be
Bournemouth,
fuming.
Burnley,
I'll quit the podcast.
I went 1-0 Bournemouth. Robbie went 0-0. Joe and Cam went 1-1. Wolves versus Newcastle. I went 2-1 Newcastle. Joe, you've gone 1-0 Wolves. Rob, you've gone 2-1 Newcastle, and Cam's gone 1-0 Newcastle. West Ham Everton. I went 2-0 to West Ham. So did Cam. Rob went 2-1 to West Ham, and Joe, you've gone 2-1 to Everton. Brighton, Fulham. I've gone 3-1 to Brighton.
That's a strange one.
Cam, you went 2-0 to Brighton.
No rhyme or reason behind it.
Joe, you've gone 3-0 to Brighton, and Rob, you've gone 1-1. Aston Villa Luton, I went 5-0 Villa. Cam and Joe went 3-0 to Villa, and Rob, you've gone 3-1. Liverpool Forest, I went 4-1 to Liverpool. Rob and Joe went 2-1, and Cam's gone 3-1 to Liverpool. And then for the Manchester derby, I said 3-2 to City. Joe's gone for a 2-2 draw. Rob has gone 4-1 to Manchester City after having an epiphany about Manchester United winning. And Cameron has gone 2-1 to Manchester City.
Man United are going to win 1-0, aren't they? I was going to, but I just want to clarify, I was going to say Man United 1-0.
I was so close.
Man United 1-0.
I was so close to saying 2-1 to Man United, but I think City will just get it.
I think it'll be a tight game.
I think it'll be tighter than people think.
But
yeah. I just think the back line, not even the back line, I just think the goalkeeper, I was just terrible.
This podcast is nearly 2 hours long.
Hey! When was the last time I had a 2-hour podcast?
We have.
Is this getting uploaded? Wait, is this getting uploaded to YouTube? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
so,
probably.
Wait, is there an announcement?
Miles Offside can now be found on YouTube at Miles Offside.
It's been announced on the Instagram.
It's been announced on the Instagram, which if you're not following the Instagram, what are you doing with your life? This is the best ball knowledge in the Northeast. I don't even know another Northeast podcast. Let's be realistic.
There's a few.
Yeah, there is.
There's quite a few.
Name one. We're
We'll
better.
report.
Yeah, we're better. Come on, we're better than. Come on, I'll fight them. Anyways, we're the best Northeast podcast, so follow us on YouTube. There'll be bigger stuff coming out there. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Spotify if you're not listening on Spotify. And if you're listening on YouTube, go and follow us on Spotify as well. Am I just ending off the podcast now?
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Unless there's anything else anyone's got to say, follow us on the Instagram, and I will see you next week.
Never do
We will
Rochdale
see you
away.
Never do Rochdale away.
That's it.